What is up, peeps? It's time for another episode of Chibi No Podcast. You got me, Dave the Smash fan.
Mr.
Japorean, what up? Yeah.
And Shark King. I'm sorry. I was I literally had to stop. I was like, I don't know what just happened.
Been a while.
He doesn't drink, but yeah, he said his words. Okay.
I don't know what's happening.
I blame the perm. It messed up with his mind.
I changed my It's been a while. It's been a while.
That was the funniest thing because when I go to his house or whatever, I'm like, hey, perm. And he's like, yeah, and he smiles like, what?
Hey, he pulled off. It's good.
Thanks, man.
Don't hate on it.
Yeah.
I wonder why you got the perm.
You're next.
Oh, because he watches K-dramas. So
Yeah,
let's do it.
100% he watches
No,
K-dramas.
I want to try something new. I haven't watched the K-dramas in a bit. I
sure.
had the hair.
And he wanted to be more Korean, so he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get the perm.
He's like my wife and kid are in Japan. Like I gotta do something to feel
he
connected to
Something to feel.
he looks
connected to
less
them.
Asian now with the perm, so it's all good.
It's all good. Just trying things out. I don't care.
He looks less Asian, so it's okay.
That's more people would now say that he's Peruvian. He'll be like, nuts.
Or they're like,
I don't think I've seen a lot of Peruvians with perm though.
are you Filipino? And he's gonna be more upset.
More Filipino.
I don't think I look Filipino. I haven't got Filipino yet. We'll see. I'll report on that.
We'll get it now.
I don't think you look Filipino. I don't know why Mr. says Filipino.
I don't even know.
Because
He's racist.
Yeah,
you're racist among your people.
My old boss was Filipino. She had hair like that too.
Yeah, but I don't look Filipino.
Yeah, I don't think you look Filipino at all.
I met a lot of Filipinos. I don't think I.
Okay.
Anyways.
Well, anyway, if this is your first time listening to the back room, watching the back room.
Chibi No Podcast.
Chibi No Podcast.
This is Chibi No Podcast, dang it.
Okay.
Chibi No Podcast.
Can you edit that out? Or
No, I don't want it. Just keep it in
Just too
there.
lazy to that. All right.
This is your first time watching Chibi No Podcast. We're just a bunch of friends talking about anime, movies, nerdy stuff all day long because that's all we do now.
No.
No. There's Chibi No Podcast. I mean,
that is not
Back room
true.
talk.
We sometimes talk about sports.
Yeah, Ulster Tag.
Shut up, David.
Number one player in the U.S.
No, David,
Yes,
never.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we have a lot of stuff to talk about. Last week we did not get a chance to get together.
and the week before that either.
No, we did.
Oh wait, I wasn't there. That's
You
right.
weren't there.
I feel like
It was a great time.
Why not?
Yeah.
I was at a concert.
Yeah, he was at a concert.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. That's
he
right.
was
That's
at
right.
twice.
That's right.
I heard. I listened to the podcast.
That's right. That's when we ended up recording that
Yeah.
Friday instead of the
back to
Friday
back.
night.
Yeah, we recorded back to back and it was fun.
Yeah, we made the whatchamacallit 7-Eleven run
Yeah.
at like 11:30.
You guys get 7-Eleven run?
Yeah, it was good. It was fun times.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good. So yeah, so we missed out on a lot of stuff. But now we have time to talk. So let's go into one thing of news that came out earlier this week. I want to say like Tuesday, Wednesdays. There was an announcement of a new Marvel game coming out. There's always been talks about it, and it was released that this new game is called Marvel Rivals.
Oh, you're gonna talk about 1947?
What?
No, we don't care about that one.
We'll talk about that later.
All right, talk about
When
it.
there's something to talk about.
But anyway, Marvel Rivals, and so they released a trailer for it.
At that same day, they released a short film
Yes,
for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse series.
that was a waste of time for me.
That was
it was
strange.
just there.
Well,
to
the reason
hold
that
you
they
over.
they was supposed to the movie was supposed to release,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and so they gave us this
and I get spiders.
basura, and then they released Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, so Marvel Rivals currently I think it's coming out next month.
Open
Open beta.
Open beta. No, it's not.
Invitational.
Invitational is coming out next month.
Oh.
It currently is
Wish list it right now so you can get
And
potential.
currently it's only going to be on Steam. I'm pretty sure it's going to go into console, but as of right now, for the Invitational and for probably the testing, they're going to do Steam first.
Which I like because this game is going to be optimized for PC first, and then they're going to try and optimize it for console because obviously a lot of games are prioritized more for consoles than for PC. So when the PC ports come out, they're not as optimized as the console games. So this coming out,
Now you're going to say that console is not going to be optimized for the...
No, it will be.
Okay.
I think so. Well, it's Disney. It's Marvel and Disney, so they're going to put more. They're going to do that.
What's the company who's making it?
I don't know.
Come on,
I
guys.
remember.
You guys are the chibi news.
But anyway, the point is... let me actually look it up really quick.
I'm happy about that though. So while he looks that up, I'm happy for that, and it's going to be free to play. So nobody needs to really invest any money in it unless you're a hobby. If they have cool skins that you want, because you didn't see Namor's in there, so that's tight.
No more?
I did see that.
Namor. They have Loki, Iron Man, Spider-Man. Spider-Man was the weakest looking one for me because he wasn't like web slinging a lot. It seemed like his web slinging was more of like an ability use, not a passive.
Hulk,
is in there. Black Panther,
Doctor Strange, Groot.
yeah, Star-Lord, and then some of the X-Men, because at the very end they teased some X-Men, but I don't know who I saw.
Yeah,
I think
NetEase,
one of them was Magic, right?
yeah, NetEase Games is the one that's doing
What
it.
have they made?
I don't know. It doesn't show any. They didn't give me another link to
Ooh.
NetEase Games.
How about you type in NetEase games that they've made? I don't know.
I don't think they made that many.
That's
I don't
Either
think
way-
off the top of my head. I
Because
don't
that
think I've heard
sounds like a
anything from
very
them.
like
New,
new
yeah,
publisher, but
or it could be a Chinese-made publisher because they do that and they probably make a bunch of phone games.
Disney with China. What?
Yeah, they get built over
Collaborating?
by China all the time. No, but it looks cool, free to play, so that's not bad. I wonder if the skins. I hope the skins aren't expensive because I'm pretty sure.
There has to be.
No, they don't
It's a
need to. They
it's
can
a free to
provide
play.
a
Yeah,
lot.
that's
That's how they're
the
The
going
thing
to
is,
do
they
it.
can provide a lot for cheap. So a
But
lot
they
of people
won't.
buy
How are
it.
they going to
And
make
you know
money?
They buy a lot of it if they make
You
it
know,
cheap
you know,
enough.
you know
It's
they're
free
not
to
going
The
play.
thing is, don't make it stupid expensive. Don't be like Overwatch, where it's like $30 for a skin. Like make it a
You know
$10
it.
skin.
They're
or
gonna. They need to
You
make
know
money.
it's
They're
going
gonna.
to be.
Yeah.
Fortnite makes $10 skins, and they stay afloat forever because they make a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah,
So-
but is Fortnite the rule or is Fortnite the exception? Exactly.
so you're right. It is a Chinese. It is.
oh, like I didn't
China's
know.
spying on us through a game.
I don't know any of these games that they've made. They made Harry Potter Magic Awakened.
Oh,
Like,
it's that.
that's
It was
coming
a
out.
phone game. There was it came out a couple years ago. Obviously in the
It says coming out later this year.
no, it's coming out in the U.S. later. But it was like
China already
a
has it?
card game type of thing with it. So you can use magic and stuff. It looked really cool from a couple years back. But finally coming out for the U.S. I'm
yeah,
excited.
these
for that.
games I have no idea.
The scary thing I'm seeing is on the right hand side. It's just like most of these are like discontinued,
Yeah,
discontinued.
Published in China only. Discontinued.
So what I'm assuming is probably this is going to give a good 4 or 5 year run, unless they can get it pro circuit out, which maybe they might get like some Overwatch pros to get into it. The only thing I don't. Oh, by the way, the game is like Overwatch, team based
What?
objective.
I didn't know.
If you didn't know,
Oh, yeah.
The only thing I don't like, but it makes sense so that you can see your character as it's third person.
I prefer third person.
But I get it because you mean
Third
you're
person makes sense for this type of game.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I get.
How you
that's
gonna
what I'm
watch your
saying.
character?
I get it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I get it that way.
There's also a unique thing about it is that it looks like you can combine different attacks
friendship.
with certain characters.
Oh, like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, where you have team attacks.
yeah.
yeah, but this one, the one that they showed was Groot and Rocket together. So Rocket got on top of Groot and they started shooting together. I don't know what other combos there's going to be, but
It's just going to be rocket climbing on top of them.
that's the only one. That would suck.
Just on Spider-Man's shoulder.
Combo. Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. I hope I get into the Invitational. It'd be fun to play. I think it'd be really good to, because it's mixing a Marvel right with Overwatch, and I think that's a winning combination.
Everyone. I was gonna say.
What?
Well, I'm not a big fan of Overwatch, but
Yeah, but it's Marvel
I
now.
gotta say that's what got my attention. The fact it's in Steam though is like I'm going back and forth, but we'll see after
But,
their
yeah,
more
Like I
videos.
said, they're testing it out to make sure it's
and
good
that's
for
and that's
PC.
just for right now.
Just
I'm pretty
because-
sure it's going to go.
I'm pretty sure it's
everywhere.
because
Yeah.
they want to make they want to make this a competitive thing and see if they can prolong the life. Because I'm betting anything, if it doesn't really hit the marks it needs to, it's only going to be like a 5-year game, and then it's going to go. But if they can prolong it to like 10 years, like an Overwatch thing, they'll probably do that.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
It just depends. It's hard with those type of games. Like if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't,
Free-to-play games are very risky.
yeah.
Yeah,
We can't all be
They're very
Fortnites.
Yeah.
For every Fortnite, there's was that Magic game that we played?
That was fun. Yeah.
Paladins.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Paladins.
oh, the one that got removed when it's not.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
fun.
the
I had tons of
Magic
fun with the
VR.
Magic,
Magic Battle Royale. That was super fun.
but it tanked. It's okay.
Talking about Overwatch, didn't they release a new character for your Overwatch game that you were?
It's
boasting
they're
about?
currently they're what's the word? They're letting you play the new character Venture for now. It's not going to release till season 10, but
What season
this
are they at right
weekend,
now?
season 9.
Okay.
So this season, these past 2 days, and I think till tomorrow, they're going to. You can play the Venture. Really interesting characters. He's a digger, and so I think like
Excuse me, with hard R? Okay. Damn.
so Mr. Mist, and so Bodhisattva calls him Diglett.
So that's what he was saying. Like the whole
Yeah.
time I was talking about Pokemon. I have no idea what's going
He's
on.
like, who the heck is this Diglett character? Yeah, so basically the character can like dig underground, And when he does
So
that,
Simon,
yeah. And then when she does that,
Double Knight.
they whatever. It's a character. It's not a real person.
It's an it.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It matters to the. Oh, dude, fine. You're getting canceled. Okay.
This is a video game.
Cancel.
If this is a person, okay, we can discuss that. But this is a video game
voice.
character. The video game character is not going to be like it's this.
human person make the voice.
McCree because the person who was.
Okay, that's okay, but okay, I'm not. I'm still.
Okay,
I don't mean to call.
I'm just giving you shit.
Anyway,
It's okay.
the point is,
tomorrow.
they can dig into the ground, and then they're invulnerable while they're in there for like I think the total is like 5 seconds. They have like this shoot a projectile from their little drill. It's actually pretty cool. Right now, it's really OP.
Is it called Pierce the Heavens?
No, it's not that strong. The alt is called Earthquake, I think.
If they don't
Just
make a Gurren Lagann skin for this character, I'm gonna be pissed.
No, I have the hardest time not picturing like a Diglett running around
Right.
like Overwatch with like a
Diglett.
Trio.
like
the
earthquake.
Just make it all.
That's yeah. So Venture's pretty fun. Actually, correction. I don't know because I never played Venture yet.
So you're lying?
No, every time that I try and get into it, the past like two nights, I've queued as like all roles.
Oh,
I've never gone DPS.
What is? Oh, okay. I was gonna ask what Venture was DPS.
Yeah, never gone DPS.
Why don't
What
you
was
just
it by
ask
the-
somebody to go together so you both queue as DPS, and then he can claim it for you, or just hold on to you.
I
And
just
then
want to have fun. I don't want to try. If I get it, cool. I'm not like dying to play him.
You know what? Make it faster if you upgraded your SSD to an NVMe drive, so that you have that split second longer. So you'd be like, click.
That's not.
Spend $1,000 for one extra second. Makes sense.
No, $100 for half a second longer.
Oh, well, that makes it.
That
Oh,
makes it
that
worse.
makes it
No.
a lot better.
You have more storage at least.
Oh, Diego.
Anyway.
Don't listen to him. Diego still thinks that Drampa's not a good Pokemon. Don't listen to him.
Yeah, you weird.
Normal dragons, and he looks like an old man. I don't like
No.
that.
I have like 2 cards of them. Oh, speaking of cards, we're gonna get some Japanese Pokemon cards.
It's not confirmed though.
It's not confirmed, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be confirmed. Oh, I didn't want to speak about this. But I don't know why this. Oh, because his wife's in Japan.
They're like they're reaching to Anna.
Oh.
We haven't done anything yet.
I said I would pay you, so
I said I'd pay you too.
You in? You in?
you get the new cards at Booster Box.
Let me think about it.
Okay.
Also, so I don't know why
And that's if she's available. I mean,
Yeah,
That's if Tenma. They said
In the
Tenma
2
because they do
weeks.
that now,
Yeah.
right? So you have to send it. Tenma
Oh,
would like
that's
to
right.
buy
You have
that.
a kid.
You need to have a kid.
Oh, so I guess I get one
Tema
box.
wants 4 boxes.
Tenma will have.
Oh
He
man,
loves the cards.
you might get lucky.
loves
You might not.
Well, anyway,
we can split the box.
I don't know why I wanted to bring this up because I thought this was funny. So, Japorean was telling us that his wife, while she's in Japan right now, and for some reason a friend of hers had these 2 tickets. Just like I don't know if they want or anything to go to Disneyland, Japan.
Oh, cool.
So I looked this up. Tickets to Disneyland is 6,400 yen, so it's like $60, $50, something like that. So
I was
not
looking
even-
at like $70.
Oh, I looked it up recently. It was saying 6,400 yen.
I also check.
Like yesterday.
Okay, it's
I checked
between
at the same
$60 and
time, too.
$70.
Well, anyway,
So it's not expensive. It's not expensive.
No, but the reason I was thinking about that. First of all, I when have you had anyone be like, "Oh, I have these extra tickets to Lagoon. Here you go."
Actually, happens pretty often.
Yeah.
What? I never get
Not
that.
to you. Not to you.
I don't have good friends.
I have friends that buy stuff and then end up not using it. So they're like, hey.
Same.
I use the stuff I buy.
And a lot of times, like, well, just I guess it depends. I know Lagoon does a lot of stuff with like corporate things. There's a lot of times where they're just
I
like,
guess
oh,
that,
my
yeah.
company has this. I have an extra ticket. Do you want to
Or
come?
Coca-Cola will do the like get in for $20.
Or they'll
That's not a free
or
ticket.
they'll give me their like whatchamacallit. I don't know. It's been a while. I don't know if anyone still does it, but like the bounce back passes.
Yeah, I think they
Like-
still have it.
So it's like, oh yeah, if you want to pay like the $3 to go back or whatever it is, I don't remember what it is anymore.
So I recently
5.
saw a video of this lady who was complaining that Lagoon tickets are more expensive than Universal tickets. I don't know if that's true or not.
How
It
much
could
are
be, I
Lagoon
don't know.
tickets?
I don't know. It's been a while since I've paid. I don't think I can't remember the last time I
Lagoon?
paid for Lagoon tickets.
I haven't
I haven't been to
Actually,
Lagoon.
the last time I paid for Lagoon tickets was like 13 years ago when I was still in high school.
Huh.
I think I did that for like one of the like prom or one of like the high school dances. Like we
Are you
went there.
serious? I would never go to that for. That's so much money.
All I know is
I
I
think-
haven't gone to Lagoon in like 5 or 6 years.
I went to actually the last time I went was like 2 years ago, but it was the first time I ever went during like Halloween. I went like Halloween 2 years ago.
Okay. And then I think what's funny is my brother, he went to, was it last year or the year before? He got invited from friends like 3 or 4 times. He went 4 times. I was like, why didn't you just buy a season pass? I was like, we weren't expecting to go 4 times. I just got invited 4 times. Like, I would have just bought the season pass the second time.
So to answer your question, yeah, people get tickets really.
Yeah.
No, but I was thinking, I was just thinking like, what I wonder, because I know if you watch an anime, right? There's like I guess in the anime, I don't know how true it is in Japan. I'm pretty sure there's some truth to it. Like there's in like some animes, like there's a girl that's always like
The raffles?
entering for raffles and stuff like that, and they win stuff. So I wonder if that was how they won. I don't know, but I just kept thinking.
They knew Anna was in the country. They're like, we must.
Yeah, we must invite her.
We must.
Although there's raffles here, if you go to the anime store, you can actually buy for raffles.
You,
and
pay,
you
you have to pay for it. So like, there's different tiers of raffles, and then you pay for like $5, $10, or $20, and you can win prizes.
Yeah.
So my buddy Marvin did that, and he got a Zorro towel because he paid the $5 one.
How much is it?
How much is Lagoon tickets?
$92.
Dang. For one person?
For one adult.
Yes,
one
for one
regular
adult.
person. And then
Yeah,
the youth,
Lagoon's not even worth it.
75.
For youth, 70.
75?
It used to be like $60-something to go to Lagoon.
$30 to go to Lagoon when we went.
Back in my day.
Back in my day,
It was
back
not
in
that expensive. I don't remember how much it was.
to go to
2011.
Tokyo. Disneyland to Lagoon.
Well, maybe.
It is.
I wonder how much a season pass would be then.
Probably $200.
200.
200.
This is crazy, dude.
It's usually like 2 trips worth. Because I know, well, obviously, when my brother and I did it, was $60 for a season pass.
Yeah, it's clearly going to be a lot more than that.
Let's say $200.
Buy a season pass.
And the season pass is usually
So you say 200, Diego, right?
Well, say, okay, let me correct. 200 to 250. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be $300.
150? Oh, no.
It's 190
for one person.
for one person.
So imagine
so
you
it's about
have
2
4
trips.
kids. Or
Why do you have, in this economy, who has 4 kids?
Utah.
Mormons.
No.
If-
No, that's why they're.
Mormons and
Like even,
Provo.
okay, let's say even 2 kids. So
That's normal. That's fine.
But here's the other thing I got to think of. Well, I don't know. How much is parking?
Oh, it's a pain.
I thought parking was free.
I thought it was free.
Unless they changed it.
I don't think
Last
parking is
time-
free.
Okay, let's say $30 because that's usually higher.
So then you can also buy season parking pass
Oh my fuck my ass! Get the
for
hell outta here,
$85.
bitch. Fuck you, Lagoon. This is
So
where I'm gonna go
no.
some shit.
Okay, so let's say 4 people, parents and 2 kids. That would be like $1,000 plus the $300 for the season parking, right?
Season parking is 85.
Oh, 85.
To 85, and then
If I ever want to have kids, I
200,
can just borrow 10, right?
Yeah,
$900, almost $900 for that. Just all if you got season pass,
Something like
and then
that.
season pass parking,
and then
like,
taxes.
So
I forgot about
$1,000.
taxes.
Even
$1,000.
even if you're just, that's too much, dude. Like just you and one other person, like you and your partner. That's what, 380?
Yeah.
380
For a
with
season
tax
pass.
for season passes.
Isn't it like a
Is that
pass
even
of all
worth
passes
going
that
to
lets
go
you go?
No, that was like when they first started. Like if you're part of the family pass for forever type of thing. But that was like once for like 3 weeks, and whoever
still-
paid
I
for
mean-
those are there indefinitely until you die. I'm pretty sure those guys are dead now too.
Dude, let's go to Universal.
No, Universal's worse now.
No, it's cheaper.
No, but like
Do
the
the math.
lines are bad, man.
That's why we go early.
Yeah.
I've
And
seen
we
some
did that.
people go early now. People caught on, so it's not even worth it no more.
Nah, you just wake up earlier.
I've seen it. I saw somebody
so
on
did
TikTok.
I.
Activate
saw
my
people-
trap
were
card.
there.
Wake up early.
No, yeah,
I ran.
When we did it,
We went to the
it's
Simpsons first
different
thing.
than what they did afterwards.
closed.
Now.
Does
People have been catching on. So, like, I saw a TikTok of this girl lady's like, "Okay, we're here at Universal at 6:00 in the morning. There's already a line." I'm like,
You think that millennials want to wake up early? No.
Not if we go on a Wednesday morning.
They don't want to wake up early to vote,
there
but
you
they
go.
want to wake up early to complain. There's
We'll go
difference.
like a Wednesday.
Wednesday. There.
Sure.
Just go this Wednesday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me just fly to California and do that.
Well, why
let's
not?
do it.
¿Por qué no?
Just because I have money.
I'm not working this week. Let's do it.
Just because I have
That's
the money
right.
doesn't
I'm
mean
off
I
spring
should
break.
use the money.
I was free
Gosh
range.
dang, man.
Let's do it.
Just because I have the money doesn't mean I should use the money.
Pretty much. Anything you guys want to do this week, I'm free. I don't think I'm planning on doing too much.
Dang.
Okay, we're going to
Well,
Vegas at
Going to
least.
Vegas. Let's do it.
At least.
At least.
You can't go
I can't
without
go.
your wallet.
I have a gambling.
At least without
problem.
your wallet. I'll pay for
I
your
know
stuff.
I have a
but-
gambling problem.
You can go, but we have to hold your wallet for you.
Yeah.
I'll go.
I think Chibi, the
Just a
podcast
minute.
should do like a Vegas
Chibino
trip.
Pockets Road trip, Vegas trip.
I'm not paying for
The
it.
Vegas
Vegas
trip.
that much.
No, like the
We got to
actual
yeah.
Vegas, not a strip
Oh,
show.
No. I'm talking about the trip. So I'm not paying for
Oh,
the trip.
I heard
was like,
When he
strip.
said, when he said chibi can go on the
Whatever you want to do, I'm not judging.
I heard strip, so I thought you were gonna say like
one or
strip,
the other. One or the other. I mean,
like the
either
actual
way,
road.
Chibi's not paying. Chibi no podcast is not paying for that. You pay for your own strip.
If we do, I want to go to Whataburger.
whatever is
Vegas.
They have Whataburger. It was.
It's meh.
It was. You're meh.
You're mad.
I
It was
love
a- it was
Whataburger.
a
Get
silent
out of here.
opening.
Whataburger is better than In-N-Out Burger.
Yes.
And
Yes.
anybody who
Agreed.
dislikes that, you can fight
You know
me.
what
I don't
really
care.
good? Their sourdough burger.
In-N-Out is overrated.
Yes. If you the
No,
thing
Paul,
is
what
with
happened?
my argument with this, In-N-Out is very consistent. So if you want a consistent
Let
burger,
me
that's
try
what
again.
you get.
A second.
So it's like a series.
It's still this big.
Yeah, but
When McDonald's
It's
makes
still
bigger
the same
burgers than you,
recipe?
that's a problem.
yes, true.
That's a problem.
That's true. But Whataburger makes good burgers and they're big and juicy.
The guacamole
And
one's
it's-
good.
You like it
I like
big
the
and juicy?
sourdough. The sourdough,
Sourdough one's
burger
good too.
was fire.
But we got to go back.
You know what I
Guys,
think
I'm
is
hungry.
overrated? You
I'm
know what I thought
hungry
was
too.
overrated and I don't like? Jack in the Box.
I
I've never
love
been.
Jack
I've
in the
never been.
Box.
I only
It's
been there once.
overrated.
I was
It's
right.
I
overrated.
love.
The reason why
Have you
is
been to the
because
one- can you
the
do
reason
that?
why is because my buddies, I will say Irv and Marvin, all the time when we went to Vegas, Jack in the Box, Jack in the Box. Oh, if your mom and dad is going to Vegas, can you tell them to order me some Jack in the Box when they drive home? I'm like, that's like 9 hours away. Why would you? Like, no, it's still really good. It's like you guys are fucking nuts.
I need to go.
I love it. Let's
They're
go
like,
to Jack in the Box.
Fuck Jack in the Box.
We'll go
I'll go.
tonight.
Okay, let's do it. I don't mind it.
I hate the lines. They're absurd.
Come on tonight.
I want the tacos then because that sounds good.
Tacos?
They have mini tacos.
Jack in the
I don't know if
Box?
they're.
I can
mini.
definitely go this week. I don't know if I can go tonight.
Okay, fine. We'll go this
But I'll
week.
go because I've never been.
Okay.
I
I've
a
only
long
been there
line.
once. I'm gonna say,
I've never
I
been.
love
What did
it.
you get though? A burger, the chicken.
yeah, I got a
Sandwich.
burger. I got some fries. When we went to
The burger
Vegas, our
was
first
okay. The first
trip.
fried,
That's about it.
the chicken sandwiches are good, but the burgers are meh.
Don't they have like tacos and like egg
Mini
rolls and
tacos
stuff like
and
that?
egg rolls, yeah.
Yeah, they do.
And like boba drinks?
I don't know about both.
Whoa.
And that's
I heard that they have them at Jack in the Box.
If they do, that's new.
Yeah, but that's new. I don't
Again,
know.
I wouldn't know. If you
know
guys
what
told me
miss?
no, I would
now
believe
I'm
you.
hungry. Now you know what I miss? Taco Bell.
I-
Burger King's tacos. Those
I
were
love
good.
those tacos.
Burger King had
$2 for
tacos?
$1. You
Yeah,
get $2 for $1.
they were suspicious as fuck.
I remember cooking them. Yeah, they were.
It
They were
sounds
so-
That sounds sketchy, man.
I just know when I was high as hell, I would get. It was like you get two tacos for $1, dude. Just be like,
And then you could put like cheese.
You can get-
It was
or you can-
weird. It was the
be able to
most-
get real tacos for that.
It was like the most American thing because you could be like you could ask for cheese and like lettuce and tomato on there, and it was already like because I worked there, it was already like enclosed in the
Shell.
tortilla, and then
shell.
you deep fry it.
So
it
it
wasn't
was
a
a
shell.
hard tortilla.
No, it wasn't a hard tortilla.
Okay.
It was a
It was a
regular
fried
tortilla,
tortilla.
but the meat was already in there. It's already like put together. You just fry it, and then they tried to open it up to put a slice of like cheddar cheese and tomatoes. And I was like, what the freak?
I would just ask for none of that stuff. I'd just be like that. Put hot sauce and be like, $3 took you a long way.
Anyway,
that's
the
too
point
much.
is, let's go back to Chibi.
Oh, yeah,
okay?
that's right. We're
Sorry
actually
for this
recording.
tangent, people. Okay, so
Let's start with Lagoon.
To summarize, Lagoon is overpriced and
You can get tickets.
In-N-Out is overrated.
And friends can get you tickets.
Whataburger, let's go.
So
Whataburger
yeah,
for the win.
and his friends are cool. Like they gave her tickets to Disneyland.
Yeah, your wife has cool friends.
Yeah.
Mostly us, but
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, mostly us. But yeah, mostly us. That's what I'm talking about. But anyway, so next thing that we got news, I think it was yesterday, so the 29th.
Yeah.
It was confirmed that Sonic 3 has finished filming, which is ridiculous. I think they started back in October.
No, they started in December.
No, I think it was like back in October, but they started filming
Pre-production.
all the
What's with the
stuff
quotes?
that didn't have any actors in it because at the time it was still during the strike, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And then they started actually filming with all the characters, like the actual human characters, and now they finished.
Yeah, this was about the timeline I was saying. If I was, when we talked about it, I think I gave around this time in like March or April is when they would finish filming. So
Because the release date is December, right?
yeah.
Yes.
So June or July.
This one's not having Jim Carrey in it, right?
No,
Yeah,
Jim
no,
Carrey's
he's back.
Carrey's
back.
Oh, he
back.
is back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that means
Okay.
they wrote a good enough script that he was like, you know what, I'll
he-
come back.
Okay.
Um,
Is this going to be his last film?
For
Wasn't he
Sonic?
retired?
If it is, it'd be his
I
magnum
thought he was
opus.
going to be retiring after.
No, he's already retired. He came, I think, came back.
So is this him? This is him coming out of retirement to
so
do.
he's retired. He said he'd only come back to certain films if they wrote good enough script, and he said he doesn't like doing sequels, but unless they do it good.
Ace
So
Ventura
apparently
2,
he doesn't like do it. Doesn't mean he won't do it.
That was a
the
different
money.
time. That was a different time.
Dumb
Yeah.
and Dumber, or
Dumb and Dumb and True.
Dumb and Dumber 2.
Ace
No, no,
Ventura. Ace Ventura 2.
yeah,
I'm just saying he doesn't. Laika does.
The mask. The mask. Oh wait,
No, he was
he
in the mask
too. He was enough.
No, that was Son of the
He said-
Mask. No.
I love that movie growing up. That
Son
was one
of
of the
the Mask?
few. No, not that one.
okay.
The mask.
The
The
mask.
Mask. That was one of like the few movies I actually watched
I like that. That's a good movie.
in the 90s.
Stanley
Because we
can
learned
kill
that from the backroom talk that I've
Oh,
not seen
Yeah.
like anything.
Have you seen the cartoon?
There was I have.
Oh, we got to finish Heavyweights.
We do.
anyways, so we might not get a trailer. I think we might get a trailer end of June, beginning of July.
Yeah,
It'll just be really rushed trailer.
it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out with Deadpool.
I still haven't seen number
Deadpool comes
2.
No,
Just watch it.
no,
I've only
it's
seen
not
the
bad.
first one.
Watch 2. It's good.
Sonic, they got sprinkles. I love that line.
What?
It's at the end of the movie
Oh wait, when does Knuckles show come out?
next month,
Okay.
Oh yeah, I did see
So
that.
so we might not get anything till after the Knuckles show comes out.
or at the end of the Knuckles show. There might be something.
Extra
You never know.
knuckles. So talk about TV shows really quick. I know you guys love your TV shows, and you guys are big Halo fans. How's the Halo show doing?
Dude,
How the heck? I don't know. I don't care about
I don't
that
watch
crap.
that.
I thought you guys are real Halo
no,
fans.
we're real
All
Halo
I
fans because we're not watching something.
But you
that
guys watched the first
some
season?
schmuck who didn't.
No, I didn't
read
watch
the
all of
books
it.
or
I did
play the
not.
games.
No.
Make a show out of.
All I know is that I think this season they basically adapted Fall of Reach, and the next season
they
that
didn't.
it got, but they didn't.
They
But
did,
that's
but
what
they
they
didn't.
said.
So it's not
And-
worth the hype.
The only thing that's cool is the last episode because spoiler alert, you see the flood and then Chief fights an arbiter, not the arbiter, and beats him.
And most of the show, he's not in his armor. So,
So because of this, you already know how.
No,
I mean,
this
I don't
is
have
what this-
I don't have a problem with anybody watching it. I watched the first 2 episodes of season 1. I think it looks pretty great. I think like the effects and stuff, it looks pretty good, especially considering it's just a TV show. I think it looks really good. Outside of that, I do not care. I don't. It's one of those things where I don't get it. Like they making up a whole bunch of different other things on the go, which is fine. Like if you're a creator, you have, or not the creator, like director, you have creative control to a certain point. But I think they gave him a little too much creative control.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at what point do you actually justify showing Master Chief's butt?
I don't know.
or having
Like
sex.
you can do whatever. Yeah, well,
That's a whole other thing.
that's a whole other thing there. But it's just it's weird.
Huh?
And I don't get it. Like I said, it's one of those things where it's like I don't get why they went this direction. They have so much stuff. If they would have literally just followed the books, I think it would have been
Oh yeah,
phenomenal.
it's funny because like their arguments were like with the actor who plays Chief. He's like, "Oh, I'll keep showing my face," kind of thing, and the argument was like it's hard to show an emotion for a character without removing their mask. Or
The Mandalorian.
And then
Because-
people the arguments were Mandalorian
Darth
and all
Vader.
this stuff. Like or in the freaking video games of Halo, you could tell Master Chief was how he felt.
Just off his voice.
Yeah, or like his body language. And so it's like, oh, we can't do that in live action. Okay, then you have a bad actor.
or a bad script or a bad director. Either way, the
Yeah.
point is, we're not watching this crap.
I'm not
okay?
watching it.
Season-
Alright.
And apparently,
If you
season
wanna
3 is
see-
going to adapt the actual
So
first
they're gonna have a
game.
season 3.
That's what I
So it's
heard.
that good. They're like, hey, we should have another
I
season.
think, well,
It's
it's
getting-
Microsoft's money. Microsoft can siphon anything they want, dude.
Yeah, they need to get
It
anything
must
at a
be
loss.
doing good enough for it to do that because I think it was before. It was only 2 or 3 episodes into season 1. They had already confirmed season 2.
Dang.
Yeah, so
So
They'll have its moments. I'll say this: Halo, the show has its moments. I'll say that for whatever it is, it has good moments. But other than that, it's
like
the
I said,
story is
the
trash.
effects and I think maybe like the action scenes are
Yeah,
done fairly well. But
and you also get the wart.
Wart. I can't. You can do it.
Wart. I can't do it. I'm on the spot.
It needs to be. Wart.
Wart.
Cool.
Do it, Sharking. Wart.
I'm not doing it.
Oh, fine, whatever. Anyway, let's go talk about an actual good show, a good TV show that came out, and currently has 3 episodes out, and that's X-Men 97.
Oh, I thought you said good TV show, not
Excellent.
phenomenal TV.
Oh,
No,
phenomenal. There you go.
No,
Phenomenal.
excellent.
An excellent. An
Stop.
X-Men.
Oh, excellent.
Excellent.
X-Men.
You know what? It's just okay.
Excellent.
It's really good.
It's really
Yeah.
good. There you go. We're not. We don't do
It's
these word plays.
exceptional.
No, that's an egg.
Extravagant.
It's extraordinary.
That's egg.
Extravagant.
Anyway,
Extraordinary.
so X-Men 97, the first 3 episodes have come out. It premiered last week.
Yep.
With 2 episodes, and then the 3rd episode came out
Wednesday.
this
Yep.
past one. So every Wednesday it comes out. It comes out in the morning. Like it comes out really early, but we don't watch it till
Yeah,
later.
we'll watch it later.
I wake up early to watch.
Thank you.
Of course you do. Anyway, if you've never watched, here's the thing: if you've never watched X-Men,
What are you doing with your life? Watch it.
Yeah, what are you
Well,
doing with
they
that?
were probably not
But if
born
you're
yet.
but if you're not watching X-Men, or if you never watched the original '90s version, this one again is a direct sequel
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
X-Men
It
'97.
picks up exactly.
It picks up exactly where it left off. The only I think it's maybe 6 months,
About a couple months.
that it picks up from. But the problem is, and I say problem not for the show, but like if you've never watched X-Men, there's a lot of stuff that's going on that you won't understand what's going. Like you won't understand where is this coming from. So if you really do want to watch X-Men '97, I highly suggest watch the original first, because then everything that's happening right now, it makes it a lot more cooler, and B, you won't be confused, because you're like you go in here like what's going on? Why are they being hunted? Why is this happening? It's like
Spoilers.
where's Professor X? Like
Spoilers.
yeah, whatever. That's not it's not a commercial.
I actually am going to disagree. I've been
Really?
watching it with people who have never watched the original, like, or watched it but never like followed the show. Like they're like, oh, it was a Saturday morning cartoon.
They
I
have the
remember
idea.
watching it every once in a while, but like I don't know or don't remember the story, and they're not lost. I think this show does a good job of
Introducing new people.
introducing new people and just kind of reminding you, it's like, oh yeah, like, spoiler, Professor Xavier is gone. This is what's happening. And I think it just picks up really well. I don't think you need it. Would I highly recommend you watching the other show? Yes.
I think
it
you
would definitely, it's
you
better. You'd appreciate it
what's
much
going
more.
on
Yeah.
right now, because it's like there's a lot of stuff that's, and I want to discuss this. There's a lot of stuff that's happening that, again, if you've only ever watched the movies, you're gonna, some of it makes sense, some of it doesn't. I think the biggest change in this, again, this is all in the trailer, and we're also gonna talk about spoilers. But the big thing is Magneto becoming the leader of the X-Men.
What? Spoilers.
I did say spoilers.
Thank you.
Like that was
pretty
like
sick.
what the freak?
I was pretty happy.
It's like my X-Men. I was like, what the freak is going on? And then they did some cool things. So then they changed the intro when it's on the first episode. Well, let's go by episode.
Okay, let me start with first
Let's
of all
go
with the
first
intro.
episode.
With the intro.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's
great.
amazing. As
It's
soon
great.
as I push play, like the smile on my face was like really big, because I feel like a little kid. You know that Ratatouille moment when you're taking the
That is the perfect way to describe it.
when the critic is taking a little bite and goes back into his childhood.
Yeah, and he's a child, and after he like scraped his knee and his mom gave him his food, and he's like, "Oh, cry!" Yeah,
That
that was it. Yeah,
like the music.
Okay.
Oh man! And then you see the animation being very similar than the old school one, but at the same time introducing little different aspects and putting new characters. Well, putting the regular characters into the title, such as Morph and what's his name?
You didn't say
They put
his name.
Bishop
You didn't
and
say his
Bishop.
name the right way.
Morph? No.
Say it like Wolverine does.
Oh. But being able to have that, like introducing them into that and the animation style they use, it's very much the same, but with new animation techniques.
I think it's like the perfect mix of new and nostalgic. It keeps
I
the
agree.
things that you love
I agree.
about the original show, including the theme, including the animation, but it's newer.
And I think what they did really cool was they enhanced some of the. I mean, they made the powers look a lot more impressive. Like Cyclops' powers, not to
Cyclops finally is cool.
Not Cyclops.
This
Yeah,
might have been the first time he was ever cool in
like
my
the
book.
original one, he was like these goody two shoe Boy Scout.
He still is.
He still is. He still
but like
is.
his powers, like his output of his powers, like is really
cool now.
good.
It's ramped
Like I
up.
think one of my favorite parts, like when they're in the first episode when they crash
Jet scene?
Yeah, the jet scene.
Yeah.
They go out and he just free fall and then he just shoots his beam, just kind of stop himself and slow himself down to get to
Wait,
the
how did he do that?
ground.
Oh, okay, I didn't catch it the first time.
And even at the very beginning of the show too, like the way that he uses his visor to like push him out.
Push himself back.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, this all makes sense. Like this is so cool.
Because we have the technology.
They have the technology. No.
We have the technology
No,
now.
they just have Raditz been like thinking outside the box. But what if we could have him do this and have motion do? I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah, and something to point out as well, like if you watch the first episode, even the very first maybe 15 minutes, it's very similar than the opening on the very first episode when the original X-Men
With
came
Jubilee.
out.
Yeah, with Jubilee, it's but instead it's with new character who should
I
not
forget
be
his name.
spoiled.
Sunspot.
Spoilers, but yeah, sure.
yeah. There you
Oh.
go.
My comics?
We're talking about spoilers now.
Sure.
Um,
Well, we talk about the ending of episode
Yeah.
one. So,
well, it was really cool. Like they had a lot of cool parts that was for nostalgia's sake, but also like I feel like it was a very iconic scenes in already in the first episodes. Like again, like you see like you see that combo with Gambit and with Wolverine.
Yeah,
powers
that
up
was
his-
legit.
I was like,
I
what
loved,
the
and then
freak?
when Morph turns into Blob
Yeah.
to like trampoline him up, that was cool.
So I'm gonna say having Morph is really awesome in the show because you can actually introduce any mutant. And
He's
not
gonna
have
be
to
like
explain
Easter
anything.
eggs everywhere.
Yeah,
and
and
you don't have to pay the voice actors.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure that's probably one of the reasons they did that.
That makes a lot of sense.
and again, like one of the things, this was in the trailer as well, but in the first episode, like when they fall out of the gen, they all like land, and Cyclops is being like the leader that he's supposed to be, and like he lands, and like to me, my ex, I was like, oh, I got chills, like, oh, this is so cool. I was like, oh,
Let me
my
join
God.
the fight right now.
Yeah. I'll be an X-Men. Inject me here. Yeah, so you go.
Why'd-
So, no, it's just like X-Men.
No, what are you doing?
Like, quit touching there.
You got it on camera.
Inappropriate.
Achieving the-
Inappropriate.
Hey, don't touch me there. This is
This is my dodo square.
that's all good. But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm really, really loving it. I think everything's great. I think the story writing's the writing's done really, really well. It still makes me. We had mentioned it, but we know that was it the director or the producer?
Showrunner.
The showrunner left before the show even released,
Like a day or two before.
which is weird.
Yes.
Because so I don't know what problem they had because he had already done, was it 2 or 3 seasons?
2
I think.
seasons.
2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know like what the problem is. I think that's going to be one of those things we're gonna have to keep our ears out for.
Yeah,
Because it does surprise. I thought as soon as that happened, I was like, "Oh no! Like this is gonna bomb. This is terrible."
That's what I thought too.
I know.
I was like, "It's ruined. It must be awful." But then I saw, I'm like, "Dude, this is phenomenal." I don't.
It could be like Disney being like controlling, where they're like, okay, you do this, but you really don't. You have to go through us to go do things.
That's what I'm saying. I
And
just
it
want to
could
know
be-
what it is. I'm
it could be that.
curious.
Well, I do know that Disney has some restrictions. Even like the whole voice acting casting, like the original voice actors have to basically re-audition to get their part back.
They did, but they didn't.
Yeah,
Right.
They did have to. They had to re-audition,
It's like
but
a
basically they
formality.
were like,
It's a formality.
they were like, wait a minute. They were like, I've read these lines before.
Right. You watch that interview, right?
Yeah, I watched the
Okay.
interview.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I've read these. Like, I know exactly what I'm auditioning for. And then they're like, well, will you please join the show? Please join the show.
Yeah, it's a formality.
It would be an honor to have
Yeah.
you return and reprise your role. So
Yeah, so it's interesting of how they're adapting different things from the comics in here. Like,
goes
and it,
to
and it
that.
goes to the story that they're telling.
Yeah.
It's different parts of the of comics, but they're adapting it. Like for example, with Magneto being on
Episode 2.
trial, like
Yeah.
that whole thing is.
I
in the
love
comic.
that.
That was
and it
awesome.
did it. They did it better. I swear they
I
did
did.
it better. Oh, it was so
I
good.
did. I think that the whole that's episode 2, right?
Yep.
That's episode 2.
Episode
I think episode 2 so far has been my favorite. That whole court scene where Magneto like willingly lets himself be taken in.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
And then the terrorists come in, and at the end when he catches him, he's like, "I could kill you right now."
But
Like,
I
you
choose
were
not
but a
to."
worm. He's like, "But I choose to believe in what my friend Professor Xavier left to me." Like, oh dang!
And even the
I just loved it. I was like, oh,
and even the animation when he was being like shot or something like flew towards him and things were like cutting him out.
I think that's in episode.
oh, that was
3.
episode 3 with the
Okay.
glass.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. But yeah, I think they did a really good job on animation on that aspect. Episode 3 too, it kind of builds a lot of things, and it got me sentimental as well on the episode 3.
because of the kid.
Yes,
Yeah, that's what I
yes.
thought.
Oh
I knew
man,
it.
I was like, I need to fight it. I can't, but oh man,
And again, that's also adapting the whole cloning thing. And we're going into spoilers. That's something in the comics.
Yeah, it is.
yeah, 'cause,
I've really liked. It's really well. I mean, even the original show, it was always well adapted from the comics, but it's coming out really, really good.
especially being able to tackle some of the hard conversations for a kids show at the time.
Yeah.
X-Men are when they first came out was able to do that in a way that kids can understand and adults looking back and like, oh, this actually
Appreciate
has
it more. And I like how they basically made the show for us, like for the
Yeah, it
the
really
older
does.
audience.
It
It's
does-
not a kid show per se, because I mean,
They swear.
cut. I
How
didn't
dare
really
you.
swear. I just know that when Magneto gets cut, there's blood.
Yeah,
all
there's
over
actually
when
blood.
they
Like it's
cut that monster in half. You see its guts. I'm like, oh, okay, so shit's going.
So it's
down.
grown up a little bit, but like I said, it's still kept like
Like a teen.
the reason why we loved it, like it's still there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess Mr. Mercer, you're the one who just dropped on episode 3.
yeah. I didn't
What
watch
do-
1 or 2.
What do you think of your introduction so far?
It's really good. Seeing the characters, how things are going was pretty awesome. I think it was weird just seeing like the old '90s animation like coming into like the modern day. how fluid it was. I was like,
It's super retro. I love it.
I was like, this is super like comic book.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like this a lot. But the big thing that kept popping in my head, I was like, are we gonna get cameos? Like, because like the Fantastic Four are part of that universe. Spider-Man's part of that universe. Tony Stark, Iron Man, Incredible Hulk. I'd love to just see like a little tidbit of oh, hey, Peter's here.
I mean, they did mention this Peter Parker and Eddie Brock on the first episode.
Oh, but I want to see them like.
Well, I mean, they
on the
mention is not. Yeah, there's the bugle,
Easter egg,
the Daily
let us say.
Bugle comes through, and you see the names of Peter Parker and Eddie Brock.
You can see Stark Industries too, like the logo for that.
Yeah,
There's
see,
those
that's
Easter
cool.
eggs, so
I love that.
They exist in this universe, but we don't know if we'll see them.
Whether
again.
they come, yeah,
Will they
Watch
reprise
it
the role?
and
I think I will. I think I might cry if they bring back Spider-Man.
the original one.
The original one.
That would be cool.
Exactly.
Because then, because when is Disney 33? Disney 33, whatever it is called, they have the little.
Oh, the expo.
Yeah.
It should be coming up in a couple of months.
So, because I could see this if this show, obviously the show's going to be successful, but I could see them announcing the Spider-Man.
I saw the lineup for that. They don't have anything related to the X-Men. At least last time I checked.
Well, no, but for Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
I mean, they could.
98
They could.
or Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man 98 or something.
We'll have to check.
And I think another thing that really was very shocking for us to see, I think, was episode 2 at the very end, between teasing the relationship between Rogue and Magneto.
Oh yeah,
I love that.
That was
Yeah.
cool.
I think that's the other thing. That's why I think it's written so well. Like and I always thought it would be harder to do. There's so many characters, but like there's stuff going on with everybody.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know about you, I actually care what's going on. Like, there's the love triangle with Gambit, Magneto, and Rogue. There's the whole situation with Cyclops and Jean.
Storm.
Storm had
That makes me sad.
oh yeah, I saw that clip.
That
Yeah.
one sucks.
I was like, ooh, because I didn't know like how Magneto was going to play into the show, and then I saw that clip of the whole thing with the government or whatever it is, and she takes the basically the bullet from him. I'm like, she does it like for him. I was like, oh wow.
Jubilee with like having to basically be on the opposite side, like we talked about. Like, it's a mirror episode of the first episode, where now she's the one trying to help this young mutant with like, hey, like, we can be your family now. Like, you don't have to be worried about it. Like, I remember I used to be, you know what I mean? Like, it's like she's now like more of like the teacher moment.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool. I still love Beast.
Beast is awesome.
Just because like even when he's still like in combat, he still like speaks very like poetically and stuff. Like, I just love it, dude. I'm just like, oh man, like I remember like everything that I loved about the original show, and then it's just back. I'm just like, absolutely, yeah. I'm just like, this is so good.
In episode 3, when I like how he refers to Dante's Inferno. I think
that was perfect. I was like, yes. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, that's perfect. Yeah, Beast would always say that. Like, perfect quote.
Even I think episode 3 was pretty good as well too. Like, I think I keep whizzing over the animation. I know that now that because we have anime and all of that, there is some influence, and I can definitely tell like certain elements of the story or certain animation styles look very anime-like. But I think it's a nice balance of, hey, this is what we learned from Japan. Let's apply some of the things in here. Not to a point of making it anime-like, right? But just making it more, like, enhance the animation in comparison to the What If. I think What If and this, oh man, 100% X-Men for sure when it comes to animation. So they did definitely an amazing job. And I want to see what they're going to do next. Yeah, I don't know where they're going to go with the story. I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure Mr. Sinister is going to be
the main villain. While now
there's going to be that side arc about Storm probably getting her powers back or something happening. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how they're going to adapt it. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they do.
It's hard to wait every week.
I know. But
it's I just kind of wish
it has to talk every week about it. That's what's good.
I mean, so part of that, it's kind of cool because, like, yeah, it's on a weekly basis. We can talk about each particular episode, have time to digest. If we were to go back to back, sure, it would be amazing. You get to find the whole story, but at the same time, you might skip a couple of things here and there.
Yeah.
You actually
Also,
get to digest.
the hype train goes away quicker.
And this is how they make their money, because they know that I'm gonna that's gonna guarantee me their subscription.
Yeah, for sure.
For every week.
And they actually added a shop on Disney Plus. So if you
I saw that.
Yeah, you can buy
I saw that. I'm like, that's evil, but it's
dangerous.
You
smart.
can buy the Lego figures.
Yeah.
So that was like, oh man, this is kind of cool. So
Well,
yeah, X-Men.
I can't lie. I already looked at the shop. I was like,
I know.
ooh,
Well, I clicked
what kind
on
of
it
stuff
too.
you have in there?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we'll keep giving updates to X-Men.
What would you guys rate it? What would you guys rate?
As
Like
of
early,
right now?
just right now up to episode 3.
I'd give it a solid 9.
I only seen one episode, so it was a good episode, like 9.
9.5. I want to give it a 10, but I want to see like
I can't give it a 10 yet. I need to watch
ending.
more.
I think you do. I think I probably will end up giving it a 10. It's on track to be a 10, but it's a 9 plus, easy.
Yeah, for sure.
It's easily a 9, and it's I think even like what was it, like the reviews?
Yeah,
it's like at 100%, or like one place gave it like a 98 was like the worst rating it's gotten.
Yeah, I think viewer count has been amazing.
I think they had like 4 million or some numbers. I can't remember what the numbers are, but the numbers have been really high for X-Men.
So, you know how last episode, because I was listening to the episode, you guys were talking about Disney, like, they're done, whatever. And now this comes up. What do you guys think?
Well, again, this isn't a movie. This is I feel like this is like a love letter to fans. It was written, it was directed, it was...
Everybody that could be brought back was back, except for one person who decided not to come back.
Yeah.
And again, the people who did the stories, they knew the stories, and they're like, I know how we're going to adapt this.
And they literally have like the screenshots of, look, this is the comic. I'm like, oh yeah, it looks exactly like like the comic book.
Like I think that was their win. They did that. If they could do this with their other, especially with Star Wars, it would be a whole lot better.
I think it's too late for Star
Wars.
It's too late for Star Wars. Star Wars has been changed too many times.
The thing about X-Men, which is really cool, especially this cartoon, is that they are basically based on comics. They don't have anything else like the whole universe they need to build up. It's already there. We just have to reference it.
Yeah, it's its own universe within the universe.
They don't have limitations because.
But it's also hard to do that. But with the comic books, it is hard because the movies have that too. But they also went a completely different direction, which for the most part worked for them. There's some like tripping in some movies and in some storylines that I don't know how they messed that up, but they did. But overall, at least the Infinity Saga was a phenomenal a phenomenal saga. Like, even though they changed things, they took inspirations from certain storylines, but then adapted exactly 100%. But it worked for the story that they were telling. I think because they're doing it through animation, they're more free to use shot for shot things in the comics because it works in that type of presentation. That's the
world. It's the same type of art style. Yeah, from comic to animation, it's easier, and you can play around with a lot more stuff.
You can be more goofy.
I don't think maybe they will, but I don't think people would. Probably will come up eventually, but consistently, I don't think people would be happy in the movies if we had clones.
No,
all the time.
Yeah,
like, oh, this is clones. This is clones. I mean,
yeah.
And if you try to make they kind of did, but if you try to make like a big movie of X-Men without Professor Xavier, it probably
would different. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you know what I mean, like it's more harder to bounce because you have like a set amount of time.
I wonder if they're gonna do like some kind of Stan Lee cameo or something like that, like a picture or something. I think it'd be kind of cool.
I think they've stopped doing that.
Yeah,
really?
Plus
passing.
Stan Lee was never cameoed in the animated series other than Spider-Man. That was at the very end of it. That was it.
Right, he actually played a role, and his wife as well.
Yep.
So,
but not in X-Men. So I doubt it. And like you were
even
saying,
like
Disney,
a picture in the background or something.
But like you were saying, with like Disney did something. Like Disney, all they did was just provide the funding. They didn't create anything.
They let the
They didn't create
liberties.
anything new. They just got people who knew the story or people who were fans to create the story. That was a Disney. All they did was provide the check. There was
as far as we know of, right?
There was no creativeness out of Disney there.
As long as I think if Disney does that, let them do their own things.
Yeah,
fund it. I think that should be
learn
fine.
from this. They're actually doing
this is great.
this.
Yeah.
The thing is, what I've noticed the past
this is the best thing they've done since when? Since what? Honestly,
no. I'm just saying, like the past 10 years, letting fans who grew up with the series create a sequel to the series or continue on the series or whatever kind of thing has shown it works. Like Final Fantasy Remake or Rebirth, that's from fans' ideas, and the original creator was so impressed he decided to do this. X-Men, and then there's a bunch of other ones I can't remember off the top of my head, but like there's always continuations of these because fans wanted to be a part of it and add to those stories, and they do well. When it's like just a money-hungry schmuck from whatever company wants to make a sequel or a new reboot of it,
well, and
the majority of the time it's bad.
And that's another reason why the new Dune is doing so well, because that guy who directed it,
he was a mega fan.
Yeah, he was a mega fan.
He loved the books and he wanted to make it like as best as he could. And look at what we got. You know what I mean? So it's just that. Like,
if you want a good job, hire the nerds. Hire the fans.
Hire the fans. Don't hire some schmuck. Well, I won't go into it. I was going to say same with politicians.
Well, politicians. Hire the fans of the politicians. I know what to do. No. Okay, let's move on. X-Men, great. We want to move on to giving and this will be spoiler free because I think Shark King has seen this. We're talking about Godzilla.
I mean, how you gonna
X-Kong, New Empire. We actually saw that last night. And
Go for it.
Mister.
I'm okay with spoilers.
I brought your can to show everyone, so you can show everyone the can that we got that we did not fill with popcorn.
You didn't?
No.
You just bought it for this?
You just bought it.
Why?
Just for me.
Oh, great job.
And it's broken.
Now it's broken.
It's broken.
So you see, if you look inside, if you can see it, but inside it has the Monarch thing and it has Godzilla inside. It's actually pretty cool.
I thought the little kid had one better though. Not gonna lie.
Where's the poster?
Oh, the posters. Yeah.
No, they were here. They were okay. Well, I was going to show you the
We
poster.
had posters.
We had
Yeah.
posters.
We had
There
a
are
few
posters.
But yeah, so we saw Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire, and it was fun.
It was really fun.
Yeah, it was a fun movie.
I'll give you it's a fun movie. I think they've learned a lot of things from their previous movies, and have learned that they don't know how to write a very compelling human story to Godzilla movies.
The U.S.
The U.S.
The
Japan?
U.S. had a
Oh, another thing.
Japan is another thing.
Godzilla
Japan-
-1.
Yeah, whoever did that man.
But the U.S. would be like, we don't know how to write this. So what they did in this movie is they cut that. Like, I want to say about maybe 50% of the movie had to do with the humans and their storyline, and the other 50% had to do with all the kaijus. And it was actually really cool because there are a lot of scenes in there where there was no dialogue because Godzilla and Kong, they can't talk.
They can't?
I know, right? But
Apes
they're-
together strong.
okay, okay, Caesar.
It's together strong.
But like you just saw like things from like body movement or the way that the other kaijus like interacted, their facial
movement.
like
Hey, look, another way.
It was really good.
for
It was
actors.
like, and we didn't need the humans to be like, what's going on here? What explain to us what's going on? It's like, no, we can explain just by watching. It was really good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say on that, this is a Kong movie
Oh yeah, that's a
Oh,
featuring
yeah.
Godzilla. If you actually think Godzilla's gonna do a good job, he's just there to look.
Godzilla
good.
was a side thought, an afterthought.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like Godzilla Rose, like you guys have mentioned.
I mean, I'll say this: his design, his new design, and what they did to for him to get to his new design was cool, and everything in the prep work for it was cool. But
Was it really needed?
if they make a sequel and he needs that form, then yeah, I guess.
I guess the form that he got just to me
looked
felt
cool.
like a waste. Waste in
Yeah.
the sense that in the show, in the movie,
Not spoilers. We can't go
Yeah.
into that.
well, in the movie, like
He's preparing. That's
He's
pretty
preparing.
much what it is. But the preparation for it was like
the
lackluster.
the outcome of the preparation, like I'm ready to face. Like it's like
It's like Goku going like Super Saiyan, and he only appears like 5 minutes.
no, it's like him going Super Saiyan and he's fighting a Cyberman. That's like he over prepared, and he's like
Maybe I trained a little. Maybe I trained a little too hard for this.
yeah, and he's like, and they didn't need him. Like it was just for. To say,
look.
hey, it's Godzilla and Kong
Yeah.
together. They have to be together.
I think it definitely brought in the sales because it's Godzilla's going to make more money than Kong.
How dare you?
It's just true.
now,
Well,
No,
not to mention because of all
Yeah, that's
Godzilla -1 hype, a lot of people are like, "Oh, Godzilla's actually a good movie, right?" And they're gonna come and watch this, and they're like, "Oh, this is not what I was hoping," but
Yeah.
still Godzilla, I guess.
they also, and I think what they did is they did have some surprises in there. I mean, not surprised that like as you're watching the movie, you were like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure this was gonna happen." That I mean, if you as you're watching, you're like, "I'm pretty sure this was gonna happen." But there, the trailers spoiled a lot.
Oh yeah, they
But
give
there-
you a lot of the plot.
Give you the
kind of
lot
give the movie
I'll
away.
give you like 80% of the plot
Yeah.
it gives you, but there's still some surprises in there. Like, oh, okay, this is what's happening.
Yeah, Linky Kong was pretty intense.
You mean Diddy Kong Jr.?
Oh, Linky Kong, the bad guy.
Oh, Scar King?
I call him Linky Kong from
Oh,
Donkey Kong 64.
Isn't he Louis? King
That
Louis.
too. King Louis, but Linky Kong is what I call him.
Yeah, he was. I think he was an underwhelming villain. I don't know what you guys think.
he was weak. If it wasn't for all the
Yeah,
other
he
things.
wasn't really much of a
Yeah,
threat.
yeah.
Like the trailer, the initial trailer that you saw, because you see the skulls of a Godzilla and of Godzilla
Oh.
and Kong, them light up, and you see him on his throne. That was the original trailer,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And I was like, oh, this guy is gonna mess both of these these kaijus up without breaking a sweat. And it was like you get there like, yeah, you're fine. You
You can take him.
can take him. Godzilla can take him with one arm or behind his back. That's how much.
Like the only thing is that Scar King had more like, what's the word, like he knew he's been in fights before, so he knows how to fight. Whereas
Does
Kong,
he? It seems like
knows
to
how to
me
fight
like he had like a
more.
little tool. Like,
he was
hey.
smarter with his tools though. He was smarter with it, but like Kong's only fought like the monsters he tried to survive. But Kong is very smart in this film though. Like he's super smart. Like he sets up some cool stuff. Without going into spoilers, but he's really cool.
He had a lot of kaiju fights. Like
Yeah.
not like
He was showing,
huge ones, but there's a lot of kaiju
he was
fights.
proving that he was like the alpha, and so like
But Godzilla's also like you can't do
alpha.
nothing. Yeah,
oh yeah, Godzilla, like because in the trailer when he's coming up, they're like, oh, they're gonna fight because Kong has to come up to the Earth. You see the trailer part, like Godzilla's still really strong, especially with his evolution. He's even stronger.
and I think I want to talk about the choreography of the fights.
Oh,
They were-
dude, this was the whole fighting concept of this film was basically WWE.
Seriously.
There was
It's
this,
like, oh, who's
there's a
coming with the
duplex.
chair? It's Godzilla.
I will spoil
Is
this.
that what the humans' dialogue is like? Oh my god!
There was a suplex.
Godzilla's
done.
climbing onto the building, to the top of the building.
So in the trailer, when you see like Kong and Godzilla running, they're like, and then one of the trailers later on, you see Godzilla, King Kong like ride on Godzilla.
That's like a double two entrance.
Yeah, it was like a WWE.
Like because you see, okay, so they get to Hollow Earth because you see in the trailer, but like the way it leads up there, you see this beam of light, like what is that? And it hits the ground, and you see you see all the dust, and all of a sudden you see Godzilla and Kong come out. Bro, they're like, oh my gosh, it's a surprise! It's the Undertaker. It's like, what the heck is
Seriously,
going on?
you can
I
actually
did not see this coming.
if you
Wrestling
were to
commentaries
play,
and still make
if you were to play like wrestling music coming in the background, it would fit perfectly.
pretty much.
Again, I told you there's a suplex done, and I was like, what the freak is this?
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. And there's a scene with like Kong when he's like, there's a scene earlier. David missed
I
it.
missed this.
Hilarious.
That's awesome. I love that too.
He was doing like what would I say, like
Just tell him what he did with the little ape.
oh, okay. So spoiler, but it's not really the spoiler. So he meets
Small spoiler.
he meets Kong Jr. Well, I'm going to call him Kong Jr.
Diddy Kong.
A smaller monkey.
He's Diddy
And
Kong.
like he tries to
Smaller
be
ape.
Yeah, he tries to be nice to him. The little ape bites his fingers, like, "Oh, you little bastard!" And he's like trying to chase him, and he gets surrounded by other Kongs, like other apes, and he's like fighting him, and he's about to fall, like he's about to, he's not losing, but he's just like fighting him, and then the little ape tries to like cheap shot him, and then he grabs him and uses him like a bat on the other monkeys. He goes boom, 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 and then just just throws him and chucks little Kong. Hilarious,
Diddy Kong,
dude.
and he's still alive.
Hilarious. He uses him as he mollywopped him with it. Bah, bah, bah.
I was so mad that I missed it because they
It
were
was fun.
laughing.
It was
their
fun. You
butts.
probably watch it online or something like that.
It's hilarious. Like the movie, like I said, it's a good fun adventure.
Yeah.
Story wise, it's just nah.
I don't think about the humans because primarily that's going to be I guess, a downside. And not to mention, like, a lot of places got destroyed. So many people die.
Oh, there's so
People
much
didn't care.
collateral damage.
Yeah.
It was like nothing. Like the final fight happens in Brazil, and
Spoilers.
you saw it in the trailer.
I didn't know it was Brazil.
You can
Did you not see Jesus going like this?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh well, that's your
But it's
fault.
fine.
Jesus comes to life, and so you see.
Yeah, stop now. Stop. But anyway, they decimate.
Is that part
Rio.
of the WWE comes? Oh my god,
Yeah.
the Jesus joins.
Yeah, they decimate that city is gone.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Man,
yeah, we
so much hate for
won.
Brazilian people.
Millions of people dead, but yeah,
The
we
favelas are
won.
gone.
So much destruction over there.
Did Dominic Toretto die?
He's the one that saved everyone.
Family.
He's hand in hand, like, join me.
No, but yeah, just
It's like
overall,
scars and
like
family.
they put way more CGI, way more monster fights into this film than any of the other films combined.
Yeah, if you're there to watch like a Godzilla movie just for like fighting movie, I think it really does a good job. If you think about like more of the plot or like, hey, this doesn't make any sense. Well,
I think
that's
Godzilla
what-
versus Kong has a better fight, better story than
Yeah.
this one does. The thing about this is that there's a lot of stuff as you start watching and you start digesting it, you're like, why did they do this? Like, it
'Cause they
makes
can.
less and less sense of why they did the things that they did.
But
It
you're
doesn't-
complaining about Kong's upgrade?
No, not about Kong's upgrade.
Yeah.
Not about Kong's upgrade, but like just stuff like
It's an upgrade.
like the fact that
not in the trailer.
Godzilla's in here.
Oh, they gave that in the trailer.
Yeah,
Dang,
yeah,
dude!
yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna watch the trailer, not even watch the movie. I'm like, oh, I know exactly what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, like the reason Godzilla is in there, like the way why he's in there makes less and less sense. Why he is preparing, like there's stuff in the story that doesn't make sense. Why Godzilla is preparing for something that
No, it makes sense why he's preparing.
No, it doesn't.
No, it makes sense why he's preparing. It doesn't. Just what he's prepared for doesn't. There's nothing to it.
He was not used.
Yeah,
I mean, he did all preparation for only a little thing.
like David said, he Goku going Super Saiyan to fight a Cyberman.
He over prepared.
No, not a Cyberman. He fought Ginyu.
it doesn't matter. It's
Hey,
just small
Ginyu
little
has body
flea.
change, man. You got to respect it.
Yeah.
That's the only threatening thing, and all he has to do is just close his mouth. And he's good to go.
Yeah, so they're just things like that just didn't make sense. But
Is this the second or third Godzilla Kong movie?
this is the second one.
Second one, and this is obviously a sequel to the first one. Is it
Yeah.
better than the first one, in your guys' opinion?
No, the
No.
first Godzilla vs Kong movie is way better, but the fights.
I think the fights are pretty good.
The fights are really good, but I think the intensity of the last film was way better, and the plot was way better, and like you only had the two of them fighting each
Well,
other, and like how it worked was way cooler. Whereas this one is like, there's this, and this, and this.
Are they like separate, like more separate? Like it's Kong doing his own thing and Godzilla's doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of
And
like
then
they're
eventually they
almost
meet
like
each-
two stereo. Okay,
And then they meet into each other. Whereas the previous film was like, Godzilla's going crazy. Why? Okay, let's have another Alpha Titan fight him, and it's Kong, and it's like, let's do that. Now let's help him out to make him beat Godzilla, and
Yeah,
then
like
find
the
out
last
why
movie-
he has to fight. Why Godzilla's being
The
crazy.
last movie to me, it reminded me of like Batman v Superman. They're fighting together and they actually got together to fight something else. Anyways,
okay.
It was,
Oh, yeah.
it was like I said,
Wait,
it was a solid film.
This one or the last
the
one?
last one.
Oh yeah, okay. Because I remember that. You could spoil it. I actually saw the last one.
But yeah, I think that if people like Godzilla, I think that's enjoyable.
It's a good film. Yeah, it's fun.
You're there for the fights.
It's
enjoyable.
definitely really fun.
Okay,
I think I said I give it a solid 7. I'd watch it again.
7.
just it's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
7 o'clock.
Okay.
It's not -1 is a 9, but that's because you got the plot and then you got the horrific side of it, which is good.
I would give Godzilla versus Kong an 8. I really like
the first one?
The Godzilla versus Kong was so good.
I thought 8.5. Almost, yeah, 8.5. Because 9 is way like 9 is like you got a good script, you got good music, you got this.
They
Okay,
didn't have the music.
the music didn't have Godzilla's music.
No, Godzilla
And
music
then
in
they
there.
had the stupid like there was a
80s
character
music.
who was like be like, oh, let's play some stupid like 80s music. And you're like, God,
I'm
you
so
fucking
cool.
Suck.
I'm the Ace Ventura.
That's
of
why
the story.
it got docked to like 7 too.
Okay.
Like that was just stupid. I was like, ugh, this is trash.
Ace Ventura. He was kind of like that, but
But yeah, like I said, fun film. If you have kids or like that, and they're Godzilla fans,
You don't have to have
they'll,
kids.
they'll have a good time.
You don't have to. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't have kids. I can't watch this
You'll
movie.
enjoy it too, but with your kids too, or if you're just an adult as well, you'll enjoy it. If you're
I'm an
a
adult,
fan of
that's
Godzilla and you wanna or like the kaiju film stuff, and you want just a bare bones monster fight type of stuff, definitely worth up your alley. If you're trying to be like IGN, were like the humanity aspect of things was rather lacking, so the film is not that good. Of course, it's a fucking monster film, like a straight up monster versus monster film. So, and it's a U.S. monster film.
Although it's possible though, like if
Yeah.
Godzilla Man was able to do it,
That's what I'm saying. Monster versus
Right.
monster film. If it's a U.S. one, Japan has always been the oddity where they know how to do it.
yeah, they did also in this one they did some nods to like older older Godzilla movies, like the Iwi girl.
Oh yeah.
On that, like there's some nods to the
Kong King, Kong Skull Island.
Yeah. So there, that girl. But there's So there's cool stuff that they connected or they did throwbacks to other Godzilla movies, which was cool. But yeah, go. I'd say go watch it. I'd say go watch it once in theaters, and then if you want to watch it again, just wait to stream it.
I'll say this: it deserves some money.
Yeah,
It does deserve some money.
I think
it
Godzilla
deserves
vs
that.
Kong didn't get as much money because it came out
It was
during
the
COVID.
first. No, it was the first film after COVID. Like
No, it was still during COVID.
I swear it was like post. Like not like
No, it wasn't post COVID.
where people were okay to go out though.
It's
So-
and
Been that long?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
I
2
barely
years.
watched this movie like in December.
Oh yeah. Godzilla was like
Just barely.
Godzilla vs Kong was like the first movie that like people could watch in theaters. One
No,
of the
but it
first
was also
movies.
streaming as well.
I know, but it was one of the first ones because it was Mortal Kombat and then Godzilla. So like Mortal Kombat was like 3 weeks before, and then Godzilla vs Kong, and it made box office
But
hits.
but hopefully it makes more. It makes good. I mean, hopefully it makes a good chunk of money because it's going up against Kung Fu Panda 4, Dune 2,
I actually want to watch
Kung Fu Panda 4 actually made pretty good money.
Is
So
it good,
that's
though?
why I don't know. I don't want
I
to
think
watch it.
this, I
Doing
think
some
this
amazing,
will
though.
make good money. I don't know if it'll hit like.
I don't think we'll get Dune styles though.
No, well, Deuce Test is probably already in the bill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the budget for this film was 132. So I can see it being 440 or 5. That's
Something to
about
make it profitable.
So it'll be profitable.
Okay.
So either 440 or 5.
and then
It's
we'll
probably-
get Space Godzilla.
Biollante. That's what Jose was saying.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense because if you look at the past movies and you see like the sketches of the monsters on the wall, you do see like a Biollante looking monster, so they might incorporate Biollante. Or, like originally they were going to do was Pacific Rim, and then bring Pacific Rim back.
They should still do it.
They have like some.
Pacific Rim versus Godzilla versus
That would
Kong.
be great.
Yeah, they originally
They-
were going to do Pacific Rim versus Godzilla.
They have like
The technology.
little Easter eggs that like it kind of resembles Pacific Rim, like how the monsters came, how the kaiju came to Earth. They have some things similar with Hollow
Well,
Earth.
Yeah, they kind of hint at something where it's like it can go anywhere. And you're
Yeah, so it's like
what do
is
you
this
mean by
kaiju-
that?
Anyway,
Yeah, maybe.
So anyway, we'll see.
I'm just gonna say that Godzilla has been isekai into the world of Kong and then going back and forth and fight. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, isekai. There you go. Freaking nerd.
And a random thing, isekai is now in the dictionary language. Has been approved recently.
mean,
The
it
English
technically
dictionary?
will
English dictionary language. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Random.
okay.
Random.
So
fact.
is Riz.
There you go.
I blame Mr. Mister for that.
I did not bring Riz into the forefront.
So,
Or that what was it? What was the stare?
Oh, the light skin stare.
Light skin stare. Okay. Anyway, let's move on to our final topic.
no,
for
let's.
tonight.
Actually, we need to talk about this.
what?
No,
We need to talk about Stellar Blade.
Okay, we're
I
talking
need
about
to talk
big
about it.
booty Stellar Blade.
Big
Tell
booty
us
Korean
about the
lady
big
with-
booty Korean Stellar Blade. I actually saw some gameplay of it. A lot of people, again, I don't know because I haven't
People
played
are
this
liking
game.
the game.
No, I'm saying, but I haven't played this game. But they said that it's more like Sekiro than some people were saying it was going to be like Bayonetta, but they said more like
No.
Sekiro than Bayonetta. I don't know how
that's
much
good.
of how it
Good,
is like
actually.
Sekiro, but that's what we have Japorean.
Yeah, I was gonna say my initial idea was like a combination of Bayonetta with Devil May Cry and a bunch of stuff, but it's more like Sekiro because of the way that you actually have to memorize different movements and tactics when you want to block or attack, counters, doing some combos as well.
You have a talent tree too, right?
Yeah,
I saw that. It was
you
cool.
have like a 3 individual talents, and
You
you,
have
can
a butt,
actually
yeah.
expand that. It's definitely a good game. It's a learning curve, like just jumping into the game. But as soon as you actually play it for a bit, I think it's good job. The music is amazing. I mean, apart from the obvious, which is the booty that you guys were talking about for so much time.
It's a third-person game.
The person who made the music was actually the person who made the music for Nier Automata, which is also one of the really popular games.
The booty game.
Yeah, it's also a booty game.
Your booty.
I mean, there's so much to say. It felt like really short.
Isn't it like an hour, 2 hour game?
No,
demo?
no, the demo.
The
It's like
demo,
an hour?
But it crosses. It saves your.
yeah, it actually saves your
But
progress.
the demo's like an hour or something like that, right?
No, it took me like 2 hours here and there.
It's supposed to take you an hour, but it took you
Yeah.
2 hours because you
Well,
were distracted
wonder
by
why
the
you
booty.
kept
They kept screenshotting.
It was kind of challenging as well. Some of the fights, like it took me a little bit like to get the hang of it. But after I learned how to counter and how to make some movements in there, it became a lot easier. After you finish the game, you actually get to have like a boss mode that you can actually finish a boss, and you get to unlock 3 different outfits, including the non-outfit. Which if you
The non-outfit?
The non-outfit?
so if you take your outfits off, you have like a skin suit, and that basically makes you more vulnerable to attacks. So even though
obviously.
if you're there for the looks and you want to like play with your,
There's probably a trophy you get where you can beat the whole game without. With
I
just
bet
nude?
there could be
Beat the
possibility.
game
Yeah, I'm
nude?
pretty sure there is one. I
They
mean,
could
if they
start.
give you that option, there probably.
And
is
Paul's
one.
like, I got 100% this, got to play.
Well, my game.
Sorry, wife, I got to
You
do
can-
it.
If you're friends with him on PlayStation, just look at his trophies, and if you see 100%, he's like,
Nude.
"Oh, he did
He's
do
like,
it.
he did.
He
Oh,
did do it."
But even the fight, it gets gory too. Like at the very beginning,
Yeah,
they
it's
have
an
like
end game, isn't it?
Yeah, the intro itself. It's an introduction. They introduced a couple of characters, and it gets like one of the characters gets ripped apart, and like it was kind of crazy and really cool. But I definitely recommend people to play it. Like even though people saying like it's a booty game, sure, yeah, it's a booty game. It's downloaded quite a lot. A lot of people are downloading the game.
Well, I mean,
It-
just because it's a booty game doesn't mean it's going to be a bad game. I mean, like look at Bayonetta. Like
It
the
can
whole
still be a
sex
booty
appeal-
game and still
the
be
sex
quality.
appeal of Bayonetta is
Not
a
like
very
those,
good
not like
game.
those Switch games.
Nier Automata is a very good game, even though it's a booty game. Like, so I mean, it doesn't mean anything just because it's a booty game. Like if it's a sexual looking game, but it's a really good game, it's going to be a really good game no matter what.
Yeah, I like the trajectory of this game so far. The way that the character design, the music, the gameplay itself, the action moves, and some of the stuff that you actually get to play with, it's amazing. So
I wish they had style points like Devil May Cry.
they don't have that.
Awesome, super, bootyful.
See, this is where you stop.
But yeah, I just want to
Yeah, it was good.
mention that. So when the game comes out, I'll probably talk more about it. But the demo, they did a good job.
Good.
So,
Okay, good.
yeah.
Okay.
And of course, you conveniently played this while your wife was in Japan, correct?
Well,
It
yesterday.
it got released again yesterday.
Well, yeah. Initially, they released it, but I guess it was a mistake, and they pulled it back. It definitely got released for sure yesterday, and I played a couple hours and I finished it as we were talking with the gang last night.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Check it out.
It just all worked out for him.
Yeah.
That's all we
Star
know.
Alliance.
Lie.
But anyway, okay, we're going to talk about one final thing. And this has just kind of been on my mind because I know that Japorean and other people give Mr. and myself flack on leaks
Dang it, guys.
and sharing stuff about leaks. But I want to know about your opinions on the leaks overall in general, like leaks on movies, games, whatever. Like, are they good? Are they bad? Do they help the game, or do you feel like they spoil it completely for either the majority of people or I just kind of want to know what your thoughts are about this.
So
about
specifically
leaks.
about games, right?
No, about anything.
Oh,
It could be
everything. Because
movies.
I feel like it's a difference between games and movies.
Well, we
though.
can talk about that too. What are the
Go
difference
for it.
between a movie leak and a video game leak?
Link?
Leak.
Oh.
I was gonna say, well, I guess both of them have the same purpose of like they tell you what's gonna happen in the future. But I feel like with movies, it feels more safe because it's something you can actually see. But in the game, apart from seeing it, you get to experience it, playing the controller, certain elements of haptic feedback, and making the challenge of doing certain combos that lead into like the rewarding experience of seeing.
Just in the
something new.
leaks of movies is less
Impactful.
impactful.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, that's okay.
I mean, 2 point probably.
I'm trying to think of particular examples.
So like, here's one because
Well, like, because the thing is, like, with the film, like, it depends on what kind of film it is. It's
well,
like,
let's look at this. Because this one was a big one, Deadpool 3, right? Leaks came out months ago about what was happening.
Allegedly.
Alleged leaks
Alleged leaks.
that happened. And I remember, I think Ryan Reynolds was also like kind of
he was
saying,
asking
don't-
people.
don't do this,
yeah,
don't.
people are asking, can you not? Like, I want to make this film like for you guys. And a lot of people are like, you know what?
But
I'll do
but
it
here's
for
the question: do you think that helped people be like excited for Deadpool 3,
I don't.
or do you feel like it was more of a detriment?
I think my thing with leaks is I don't think leaks are properly labeled leaks. I'm pretty sure they let this stuff get out on purpose.
Yeah, I would think
Yeah,
so
there,
too.
like, there could be some.
we make. I mean, a lot of particularly with like Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, you think Disney doesn't have the money to put cease and desist orders and NDAs on people for leaking this stuff just so somebody can post it on the internet?
Yeah,
You think they can't track that? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like they do it on purpose to like. It's like free advertising,
That's true.
Yeah.
in my opinion. I feel like a lot of times
they're
that
like
happens.
like this. They're like, oh no, I dropped something. Somebody pick
What
it
is
up.
this? The script. Yeah, I really feel like it's like that, and I think they do that with video games too. I mean, again, I'm thinking of specific examples, like especially with like Pokemon. Like
Pokemon, yeah.
they,
There's no way that
is
they
there?
don't.
Yeah, do you really think that it's lit? I think we looked it up last time, right? It's like literally the biggest. What's the word? Not franchise, but like intellectual, like property that makes the most money.
Yeah,
It's the biggest company. It has the most money. Like, I think they can. It's not an accident when they spoil that something's coming, and it's weird that spoilers or leaks come out so often, and how often they're right. Either all these big companies' security sucks, or they're doing it on purpose. That's my thought process behind it.
I think it also depends how big is the leak. If it's something very minimal, like an Easter egg, oh yeah, I think I can deal with it. But if there's something like big and major, like imagine if, I don't know, we got spoiled about the ending of Infinity War or Endgame,
That was one of the hardest secrets I had to
There
keep
was.
ever. It was super hard not
You
to say
needed
anything.
this.
I was so
You got
Well,
spoiled on it.
No, I had got early screenings to it, so I saw it like the Tuesday before it came out.
Oh.
And I got to see it, and I actually went and saw it with Carranza. It was so hard not to say anything. I was,
For Endgame.
for Infinity War.
Oh, for Infinity War. Okay.
That was
like-
a big one. I did know, like, I was like, oh. I
Don't
went
say-
and saw that movie multiple times with different people, and I'm like, I'm just not saying anything. Because nobody would, I mean, even, I think that would have been like with the one movie where if I would have said something, no one would have believed me.
Right.
Like if I said, oh yeah, like almost everybody dies. But like, dude, they're not going to end the Avengers movie with most of the people dying.
And it's so impactful that they actually made a Simpson episode about this too.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
Bart gets
And then
terminally. Or
What's
Bart's
the other
like,
thing? Trying to think of another time where like it's happened. And I don't want to spoil something that's big. Like I think it's different if you talked about like, what was it? Well, this specific example, me and Paul, we went to see Multiverse of Madness. We saw it early screening. You didn't get to stay for the full thing,
Yeah, I had to leave.
but I did already know about the cameo with John Krasinski,
Oh, okay.
but I didn't say anything about it.
Right.
But then the next time when we went, who did we watch? We watched it with you guys, right?
Yeah.
With you guys.
The night with the like everybody dying scene. I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to. I mean, I just didn't want to spoil that. And it also happened with Spider-Man.
Yes.
With No Way Home.
Yes.
I knew about the Peters
I knew about
coming
them
into
too.
the. I mean, most people were already speculating, but I had already like physically I had seen them. Like I know it's 100% true. And then I went and saw it with you guys, and you even asked me before. It's like, is it true? Is it true? I'm like, we'll just have to watch the movie. We'll just have to watch the
Okay,
movie.
so that provides a great example because I remember when that movie was about to come out, there was a screenshot of Andrew Garfield
Yeah.
in a blue screen.
Yeah.
And a lot of YouTubers were like, "Oh, this is fake. We can prove it."
Yeah,
It's
this is
fake."
it's because of this year.
And then it happens. I'm like, "Dang it!"
The thing I knew right away
He
that
denied it.
Yeah, right. People were asking him like,
I think the biggest like accidental leak was with the Brazilian
the
version.
Brazilian trailer, and you see
The
Lizard
lizard
Man get kicked
kicked?
by invisible nothing.
Oh yeah.
I was like, okay, what
remember
was
that.
that? I was like, that's okay. That's got to be the
Or
Spider-Man.
there's other stuff like this is like again hindsight. It was funny because like Tom Holland also sucks at saying like so. There's one they were showing Andrew Garfield an interview, and he's like, "Your co-star Tom Holland sucks at keeping secrets." Like, sure, and he's like, well, "Let me show you a clip we did when we were talking about when the second trailer came out and when Zendaya is falling." And she's like, I did my own stunts. Like, and Tom Holland's like, oh yeah. I was like,
But
I mean,
that
I wasn't there. I wasn't there, so I don't know what happens. Like, he's like,
I remember that now.
Like,
Yeah.
she's like, really, you dumb mother, really?
Yeah. I think. But
I'm
I mean,
dating you.
I think that would be like one of those things. Like, there's certain things that you don't want to like. There's certain key points. Like,
Right.
if you were to tell me, it's like, oh, I mean, can I give an example right now? There's
Go.
a potential. I mean, is it what really a leak if the actors themselves are putting it out?
no.
But they've already supposedly teased. I think it was Hugh Jackman that Channing Tatum's going to have a cameo as Gambit
Yeah.
in Wolverine
I
versus
didn't even
Deadpool.
know that. That's cool.
and now everybody from
Now
TV
you-
podcast
But like,
But like, is
but
that
there's
really,
nothing like that. I don't think if he's just going to have a cameo, I doubt he's going to be a main character. Like, I don't think it's going to spoil the movie.
Well, I think
there
it's
might
gonna
be certain
spoil
things,
the
but
movie.
like I said, going back to the Spider-Man thing, if I would have told you before we watched the movie together,
right, right.
you know, Andrew Garfield, and to like, it would have been like, oh, that would have ruined that movie.
Yeah,
Well, not the movie, but it would have ruined that moment
Right,
for you.
and there are certain elements that the element of surprise it's amazing, especially when you watch something for the very first time.
Yeah.
When we watch like even the ending of Across the Spider-Verse, people are like, "What's going on?" Right? That was fun.
Oh, that was so.
Oh,
Somebody-
yeah.
like
If you still haven't,
right.
If you still haven't watched that, get out of here. You're not watching this
But
podcast.
like I said, there are times in which if it were to be something very minor, something like like an Easter egg, I think that would be more understandable. But releasing something kind of big,
yeah,
that
like if you
affects
like the entire plot, the entire plot twist, I think is bad.
right?
I
think
it
the fun-
depends.
Because I mean, even when you're
I think here's one that I remember that I had found out, and it made me. If I had watched this and seen it in theaters, I think it would have made me more upset. But because I already knew what the plot twist was, I was actually not as upset. But when Iron Man 3 was coming out, and they were teasing the
Mandarin.
the Mandarin. And I was like, this is gonna be sick. Like, this is his joke. I'm so excited. And Jose, he's like, I found out what the twist is. Like, the Mandarin's not the Mandarin. And I was like, no. I was distraught. I was like,
And this is before you watch the movie?
And that
Before I watched
was
the movie.
a terrible movie.
It was horrible. I hated that twist. And I don't care how much you love Shang-Chi. It is not worth it. Fudge that. I want the real Mandarin there. But no. But when I watched it, I was like, knowing this now before watching the movie, it didn't hurt that bad. It still sucks. I still think this is the stupidest thing, but not as bad. I wouldn't.
You know what was one that I had that I was upset about, but like I felt bad because I spoiled it for David because of how I reacted to it when I saw it. Was because Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was coming out and we're like, oh cool. I'm like, I bet you anything we're gonna get Shadow or something like that. And then I'm like on YouTube and I'm just like watching videos, whatever, just random stuff. And then I see him pop up on the right hand side and you just see Shadow in his thing. I was like, no, god damn it. David's like, what did you see? Don't tell me. I'm like, I'm just quiet. It's like, Shadow's there, huh? I'm like,
see, Uncharted has nothing.
And then he
spoilers. I literally said I haven't seen them.
My bad, I forgot. No, but like,
He was like, here's a link for you. Here's a link for you.
no, but yeah, like,
your name. You leave out your name.
I just felt bad for David.
For those who say, you will never be able to say, I never leak stuff. I never spoil things. We have it on camera.
You leaked it to me too, Channing Tatum. I didn't know that. No, but yeah, like I felt bad for David because he heard me screaming.
You don't feel bad for me?
This movie's 2 years old. It's a part
We
of
just had this
initial
conversation at the beginning.
Oh my gosh.
It's literally been under an hour, dude. Oh, it hurts.
That was
My
awesome.
stomach hurts. This is great.
But yeah, I remember I heard him say that, and I knew he was watching Sonic stuff, and I was like, oh, I know he found out. He found out something about Sonic. I was so mad.
Of all the people, it's actually you. Gotta tell you, man. And you don't watch his movies. Like some of the movies, well, you watch some movies, but you mean
I watched Sonic.
But other stuff like you haven't seen, like the ending of Final Fantasy Rebirth, even though like
I watched it because I didn't want to wait a whole year to play the game. I'll play it when it comes out on PC, but I watched it. I want to know, but I haven't spoiled that to nobody.
Good so far.
I mean, yeah, you're still playing it.
I'm just playing it.
Dude, it's a long game. I'll tell you that much.
Take it.
It's a long game. What do you mean?
Yeah, don't you want to know that? You don't want to know. You don't want to find out it's a short game.
That's true. So, like I said, a certain element, it's good to spoil certain things, but big wow factors. If you know
I think
about
big plot things are not.
you should keep it.
If it's a plot thing that will make you hate the movie less, then okay, go ahead. Like Iron Man 3.
Like, yeah. If they have good cameos, I would like to know. Well, it depends.
Well, no, I don't wanna know.
not cameos.
But now I know.
I didn't want to know, but yeah, now I know.
No.
The speculations are sometimes fun until when you find out in the actual movie.
What
Like
I
I
like
said,
is speculating.
like the
and being
Daniel
on
Radcliffe
point.
thing being a variant of Wolverine. I think that'd be cool.
What?
Daniel Radcliffe,
If that happens,
if he's a variant, because I know there's gonna be multiple. We know that the movie's gonna have variants of Deadpool.
We don't
and
know
the Wolverine.
this.
Whatever, you don't know this.
okay, even if that were to be the case, our listeners don't know about this.
They
And you
do
just
now.
run there for
They know now. It's been spoiled.
talk about leaks, dang it.
This is like you're going through multiverses.
No, yeah, like
How is that not?
with David. Yeah, I'm kind of siding with David on this one. It depends because there's a lot of times where like even not even actors, but like directors will talk about stuff like that. Like, oh, this movie's gonna be about. This is a Superman movie, but it's gonna be like young Superman. So it's gonna be like. So it's like okay, so we kind of have a general idea of what's
I
happening.
mean, Deadpool. This one obviously
Okay,
makes sense
so I'll
because
give
he's
you
part
another
of the
example.
TVA.
Since we're talking about X-Men 97.
Yeah,
Imagine somebody come to you like right now and hey, this is how
I punch him in the face.
the next episode is gonna be, or the final season, the final episode is gonna be.
It has to be Apocalypse, right?
I mean,
He's still alive. He's still there. He just
Oh, that was one of the best jokes from the
yeah.
show too. I forgot to mention that.
that was great.
That was
That was great.
He's coming. Who is it? He's here. Apocalypse. The
That-
baby. Oh.
And the one that Morph did with Magneto and Rogue in the training room.
Oh shit! It's like Rogan there.
Oh, there he is.
They're in the room
Rogue
so
did-
long.
All day, man. Every day. All day and on. Looks like I could be here all
Oh, so good.
But yeah, see, that's why, like, if it's something that we really care and really matters to us, being a spoil, of course, it definitely sucks.
Yeah.
What comes with it?
Yep, it sucks. Never happens to me, but it's.
Do you know what happened to the end of Sonic 3? I know already.
Well, yeah, because if they're gonna go off the game, then I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen.
Don't.
Just saying, if they go off the game, that's
I haven't even seen 2 yet.
You're right now.
No, you don't have to. You know the end. Well, you don't know the ending.
Yeah, you don't know the ending. You just know what the ending of like the mid credit is. That's it.
Yeah, I think with anything, it depends. There's certain people who like absolutely don't want to hear anything about it, which is fine.
Like Heather.
That's fine. That's cool. I respect that you want to know absolutely nothing. You want to go in 100% surprise. That's cool.
I mean, trailers give out a lot of stuff, and they insinuate a lot of things.
Well, that's what, like in my case, I only watch one trailer, and that's the very first one. Because the more trailers they have, they add more.
No, I
watch them all.
I
Even
love
like
watching.
the teaser
I
trailers.
watch. They want you to do it.
Spider-Man No Way Home was probably the funnest. Like the first one was like, oh my gosh, this is so
The
cool.
Goblin Laugh
second
trailer,
one-
the grenade trailer.
Yeah, the second one was the one where we're like, are they gonna? Because we were thinking, Mr. and I were thinking, are they gonna like tease that there is other Spider-Man that came through? Because I think we were talking about like, there's gonna be a part where they're gonna tease something, and so we thought like when you see at the very end when Zendaya's falling, you see Tom Holland trying to go reach out, and like, oh, they're gonna show something, and then it ends. I'm like, no.
No, it makes
That's
sense.
cool.
I think with anything too, though, you need to know people. Like, hey, is it okay if I? Like with anything, like with any, like when you guys were talking right now about Godzilla vs Kong, like I'm okay with that being spoiled. Like,
Yeah.
That's not something that like if you tell me exactly what happens in the movie, I would still probably watch it or still probably not watch it. Like I won't be like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it varies with like certain people.
Yeah, because I mean, we told you about the whole Kong versus Little Kong fight.
Yeah.
Thing. I think you're still going to enjoy that fight.
I think it's so funny.
I'll be okay with it, but like there's certain things that I would not want
Yeah.
to be spoiled, and I'm sure like that goes with like everybody else. Like if I knew the ending for Sonic 3, you would, and I told you, you'd probably hate me for it. I honestly don't because I haven't even seen 2 yet. But I'm just saying, like hypothetically,
I would be actually really. I think that thinking back to end this, let's think of like what's a leak each go around that you would absolutely hate to find out. I honestly would hate to find out how Beyond the Spider-Verse ends.
right now.
Right now, I would hate to know because like I honestly I'm trying to think of like what are they going to do with this? Like how is what? And I really like that I don't know, but I mean I have ideas of how Beyond the Spider because of the name, right? But I wouldn't want to know exact details of how it ends.
Oh, yeah. I think movies wise, that would probably be the one ending I would hate the most.
At the moment,
right now. I don't think there's any other movie that I would be like, I wouldn't care about the spoiler of, other than it's Beyond the Spider-Verse.
I mean, X-Men 97. Going back
What
to
movie?
that.
I'm talking about movie, but show.
Show's fine. You can do show too.
Well, show. I mean, I haven't even watched the first 2 episodes, so I mean,
Go watch it. It's fun.
I will. Plus,
I'm trying to think of anything else.
that you care about. It also depends on the franchise.
I guess if anybody spoiled the next Spider-Man game, I'd be really mad.
Ooh.
That one would hurt
Yeah.
because it's one of the things. Again, it's plot stuff that you care about,
yeah.
Right.
and it's weird because I love Pokemon. Probably, I don't know about that yet. Pokemon and Spider-Man are pretty up there, but like if someone spoiled the next Pokemon game right now, I wouldn't be mad about it
Well, because it's like, oh, this is something I'm looking
because that's
forward
more.
to
It's just
now.
like
I
they'd be
don't
more
think
like, oh my gosh, I can't wait.
I don't think-
Pokemon's
yeah.
not story driven.
I mean, it is, but
It is, but it isn't.
Yeah, it's not like
I'm not
oh,
here to
I'm
talk
here for the
about
story.
Nimona.
Yeah,
Yeah,
about-
you're here to talk about.
Sure.
You're
I'm here to talk about that shit.
You're here for like the new evolutions, the mega evolutions. You're
Yeah,
here
but
for,
that would be cool
catching
to
them.
to
and
know.
that,
like,
and that's
beforehand.
one of those things too that we've talked about, like when they leak, because those get leaked super. Like people leak the entire Pokemon. I look at it and people are like, "Oh my gosh, you're not gonna go in blind." Like yeah,
Palafin. I got leaked that, but I was like, that's so cool.
yeah, I'm like, this is awesome. I can't wait to play this game. But there's other times where like, oh, like it can ruin.
I guess with Pokemon could be a gamble. I mean, I guess in a sense it's good to be informed so you actually know, like, oh, okay, I'm getting this Pokemon,
Like,
this
the
Pokemon.
only one
every
I
game.
I have never not had my team pre-planned out for my first playthrough for a game.
The only time, like, I think I'm glad I didn't know about any spoilers of like Pokemon, obviously because I wasn't into the spoiling thing, was like Pokemon Silver, because at the end you fight, Red. Like that's a cool thing. Like,
That
like,
okay,
the
yeah.
first time,
That
like,
if somebody spoiled that, I would be pissed.
like if you had somebody who never played Pokemon, like, and then you play them,
But that's one of like again, that's like a major plot point. Like it's the
Yeah.
huge like
like another one, like I didn't know about it in Sun and Moon. You fight Red, right, as an adult, and
spoilers, Diego.
He's not gonna play it.
but
kidding, but yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
like, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's like they haven't done that in ages.
I was gonna say when it comes to like some games, Final Fantasy, like I said, I haven't got any spoilers of how it ends. I mean, technically, like it's a remake
For the
right?
remake
Right.
versions of how it ends, you know how the OG ends.
Right.
So I got the bikini beach scene
What?
spoiled to me.
Oh,
And it's a spoiler.
All right, I knew about it.
It's a gift.
You know about
Again,
it too. Don't
it's
even
a
give me-
gift. It's not a
don't even
spoiler.
give me-
I feel like it's weird. Like we've been talking about it. It can be good. It can be bad. It just depends. Because I'm even thinking of like Miles was not here. Me and him would like send message when Halo Infinite was coming. It's like, oh, this is rumors. Like we're talking about it all the time. Like
Yeah.
it built. Like again, that's why I feel like these things get leaked on purpose because it builds.
But there's some
Like,
stuff
it
like
also
I think,
depends.
I
Like,
think
if somebody
it-
were to tell me the ending on One Piece, like, oh great,
Oh, yeah.
I
I
told
would
you
be
the ending of
upset.
One Piece.
Yeah,
It was
They're
all a
gonna
dream.
Find a scroll. It's gonna be reflection of themselves, and they're gonna find that the One Piece is themselves.
That's
It's
already
Kung Fu Panda.
I
There
told
is
you
still
that-
secret ingredient.
he's like, yeah, it took me a while to figure it out too.
But that
The greatest treasure was the friendships we made along the way.
and all the episodes, and all the years that people have spent watching all of this.
I would laugh so hard if that's what it is.
That My Hero Academia, like
Oh, I wouldn't want to know. I don't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be upset about My Hero just because right now how it's kind of just dragging its feet for me.
I don't think he's dragging. I think he's getting.
I think
He's
it's
getting
getting good.
so
Getting
good
good.
right now.
What do you mean? What have you been watching, man? Which episodes?
been reading.
Were you watching like a last season?
I've been reading it.
he's reading the
Yeah,
wrong
the
chapter.
reading is good,
He's
though.
reading the spoiler. He's reading ahead to get
the
spoilers.
I don't know. I just
It's like, Cody, coach, you tell me what's going on.
I was like, it's just been dragging because that thing was supposed to end like 2 years ago or something like that.
I think it
See,
feels.
I can't ever take this complaint seriously when you watch One Piece.
Why?
It's taking too long. One Piece.
No, because he said it's gonna be done. He said, "Oh,
no,
I'll be done by
but
this
the
time."
reason why is because there. I think last year or 2020. Yeah, I think 2023 or 2022. No, I believe of
Said-
like the 12 months that he was supposed to writing. I think he wrote maybe 7 months because he also got hospitalized. He had health issues. So like, he didn't write for a lot. And then in the next year, there were still breaks. Like he'd have to take breaks for his health, like a 2-week break or a 3-week break. So there were times. So like I understand
taking
why.
him longer.
I can understand why it feels like it's dragging because he was supposed to finish it, but because of health issues, he couldn't.
Yeah, it's not like he's just postponing the
But
story.
I think that's
Yeah.
why he's saying it's dragging because I don't think it's dragging. I think it's really
Not just
good.
dragging. Man, come on! It's only been like 4 or 5 years since it got published. That's a very short manga.
no, it's
honestly.
been like almost 10.
Has it?
Came out like 2014.
I think it's almost been 10.
Okay.
4 or 5 years.
How long has the anime actually been out?
This
That
is
might
the 7th
actually be like-
season, so it's been
7 years, 8 years.
yeah.
Wow, can't believe it has been that long.
Almost
5
7 years.
Holy crap! But yeah, if somebody were to spoil to me the ending, it's like even like Naruto. If somebody were to like, I didn't read the manga, and somebody were to tell me that.
I don't want to talk about that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Wait, you got spoiled?
What the fuck? Okay.
Was it Diego?
No, it wasn't you guys.
Was it Carranza?
It was Carranza's wife.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That was the only one that was like, I'm sad.
What happened?
You
That
are
one, and
my
then I had
friend.
my cousin spoiled Jiraiya's death.
Oh.
I was still watching. I'm like, dude, I just barely finished binge watching because I've told you this, right? The
Yeah.
first time I watched like original Naruto, I watched all. Was it the whole original series in one sitting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how you
My
did that.
eyes
but yeah.
hurt. My eyes hurt a lot,
I'm bleeding.
pretty much. But I told my cousin, I was like, dude, I love this show. Like, I can't, like, I watched he's like, oh, how much did you watch? I'm like, I only watched the original series. I know that there's like Shippuden. He's like, oh yeah, dude, doesn't it suck when Jiraiya dies? I'm like, Jiraiya dies. I'm like, no.
I would have been so pissed.
I was super
would have
pissed,
been
dude.
so- like, you're not my cousin no more. We're fighting.
You're
next
not
time, so
family.
you're
And
like-
thankfully, he was starting telling me other things. I'm like, I don't understand what this means. I was like, yeah, like Naruto won this fight with the Rasengan. He's like, oh, dude, don't worry, like Rasen Shuriken and all this stuff later. I'm like, oh, what? He's like, nothing. Don't worry about it. I'm like, what do you mean?
Rasen Kunai.
Yeah. So anyway, that was the big spoiler that I had for that show. That
Would've
sucked.
pissed.
And then, like, the big plot twist for Naruto was spoiled by Grant's wife.
She would do that.
She didn't do it in her defense. She didn't do it on purpose, but I was
Right.
like, I figured it out.
But it goes
That
to
one
show
hurt.
you, like, the more you care about a certain franchise, the more you don't want to be spoiled.
Or you do.
Yeah,
I think, like I said, we talked. I think we've done it both ways.
Pokemon?
Again, with Pokemon, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
dude, let me. You already know what's coming in the next game. Tell me now. Shut up and take my money.
Dragon Ball Super. I mean, he's specific. Dragon Ball Super. I wanted to know what was going on because that was a whole.
no, because you
Crap
wanted
show.
to. You wanted to go past Z. That's why.
Yeah, I wanted to go
Yeah.
past it. That's why I wanted to know like where they're going to, and it didn't. But oh well. All right, guys. Leaks are fun. Leaks are. They're
Be
sad.
careful.
You can
Leaks can
cry.
be great.
Leaks can make you cry.
And to all the people that have been spoiled today by all the comments.
My bad.
Remember,
My bad.
remember, with great leaks come great responsibility. Okay,
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
There you go.
You said it wisely.
I never get them though. It's okay.
That's an excellent response.
oh my gosh.
It's extraordinary.
Anyway, guys,
Extravagant.
thanks so much for watching.
Exceptional.
We will see you guys next time. Remember, you can listen to the podcast
Exemplary.
episodes on Podomatic and all the other podcast platforms. They're just 2 weeks delay. You can watch them first here on YouTube. We have more videos coming out that are going to be completed soon.
More
Watch
leaks?
out for those. More
Or
leaks.
Do we have leaks for our videos?
Leaks upon leaks. We have
We
leaks
should
of our
start
videos.
putting leaks of our outfit. Oh no!
What are we releasing this week?
We really should do that.
Okay, but here's a leak. We're gonna have oh my gosh, Shark King's videos. I need to start recording some of your stuff for
Yeah,
the Pokemon
sounds good.
videos, but those are gonna be done soon. I'm excited for that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We will see you next time. This is David the Smash Fan,
Mr.
Japorean.
And Shark King.
and this is Chibi No Podcast.
Excellent.